time. I know you feeling down, but I know what you got deep inside. Shine, I'ma shine. Shine, I'ma shine. Shine, you gon' shine. Shine, I'ma shine.
Yo, welcome to Paint or Gain. I'm Dr. T.
Timo here.
Welcome back. We finally got back on track. Now we're back again.
Mondays.
A little bit later.
Yeah,
but
we're trying new things. We're
good. We're getting some stuff figured out here. Welcome back. How was Timo weekend?
Yeah, Timo weekend was pretty interesting. Not from a personal training standpoint, but from a bartending standpoint. Busy weekend. It was my club's 11th year anniversary on Saturday. So it would actually, now thinking about it, it's pretty long for a club. Same name, same owner, about 11 years, especially in this area because things are much more expensive. And
What's the shelf life of it? What's the shelf life of a nightclub bar? Like, I remember growing up, there was always, I'm sure everyone has their hometown staples, but even that, one of those got shut down recently, but I don't know I'm sure it is due to COVID and stuff. But
yeah, exactly.
What's the general shelf life of a bar?
Downtown, I would think, even from the ones I'm just thinking in this area, I want to give it 5 to 7, because usually it just tapers off, I think.
Huh.
Unless they get a new owner or something like that. It all depends on if you have...
Well, I kind of count swapping ownerships and changing that as to that's a new shelf life to me if you
Exactly.
swap ownership.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because it depends if you're working with good promoters. Some people, they know how to promote. Some people are just business owners, so they just kind of open the business, think it's going to run itself. But the marketing that goes behind bars, I think that's super important. Because again, if you keep on doing the same thing, people just get bored of it and move on to the
That's
next
fair.
one. It's all kind of the same, but you gotta be on top of music trends, getting good DJs. And I also think some DJs kind of the better ones kind of last for longer. But it's kind of really hard to find a good DJ that wants to keep being a DJ.
Yeah,
weekend,
that doesn't want to get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because you could find some full-time DJs for sure, but not many. You don't really find. Everybody has a gig here, a gig there.
Usually a side gig or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, what about your weekends?
We did some agriculture things. We went and me and the better half went off to get we got repotted some lavender and stuff. We've been having some cats, some feral cats jumping onto our patio and stuff in the back, and it's been kind of annoying. And so we got lavender. Apparently they don't like that.
Really?
We put foil out on our little patio furniture and stuff, just in the apartment complex. There's
they don't like that either.
I want to say 6. I don't want to be exaggerating with that. 5 or 6 cats at least. Running around doing stuff, and it's they're friendly and stuff, but I just don't want them to have a bunch of spot little black cat paw prints are everywhere on things. So we put some foil out, and there's actually you can tell is a clear paw print, and then they were jumping, and then our dog woke up and was not happy about it because apparently it happened at 2:30 in the morning, so it was tough. But yeah, so we're trying to do that, getting a big old planter box to put I guess rosemary, and even have good cat I think you're supposed to spray pepper water.
Really?
Yeah, hot sauce and pepper. They don't like spicy things to be around it because there's noses. And so I know for sure sense, rosemary. Yeah. Someone was trying to tell me that their cat likes mint, but I thought mint used to be some tahini around. I just border it with tahini. I heard cinnamon. They don't like cinnamon apparently. Okay. And so I don't know. I don't really want to go outside and just bless my patio with
just a whole bunch of seasonings.
Yeah. So we're trying to do more pots, and I kind of want to garden thing in the back and have just little. Cool. We have some herbs because I don't like mint. If I make a mojito or something
yeah, you gotta have mints.
I'm trying to be in there. So
my house always had mint, especially it's like a home remedy kind of thing. You could always have.
Rub it on. But yeah, I like to. So we were a little busy. Yeah, not that busy. Busy enough. Busy enough to be I felt productive with my weekend.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any updates with the patients, clients?
Yeah. One of the I don't remember if I spoke about it on air last time, or if that was a behind the scenes thing. But I had a kid who's been had to do some research, got referred to me. I work at an orthopedic clinic, so I deal with a lot of joint replacements or sprained ankles or shoulder popped back in, or like neck pain, or like impingement stuff, or I get a lot of like regular kind of everyday things. Yeah, the most.
Like this happened when I was.
Yeah, workman's comp injuries or whatever it is, and so I got referred basically a spinal cord damage type of person.
Spinal cord.
Yeah, so a hereditary. It's called HSP, hereditary spastic paraparesis. To save you guys everything, there's or the sciencey of it. Oh, this would have been good to be able to write stuff down. But you have your spinal column, and so in your spinal column, so we'll just divide it into sections. So it's just like that, and it has a little thing. There's little areas where you have certain tracks go down. So you have certain called your corticospinal tract. And so if we could pull it, I don't know how difficult that would be, but try to pull up a picture of a spinal thing. But what happens is you have these defects in the spinal cord. And so if you hit the right tracks, some of them go down to corticospinal, if that makes cortico. I don't know if that's easy to think. Producer's pulling it up. So in that spinal column, it's like the little brother to ALS, basically.
Okay.
Which is Lou Gehrig's disease, is not good. Brain and like nerve stuff going on.
Anything with the spine.
Yeah, all spinal cord injuries, especially like hereditary stuff that's progressive, it just kind of keeps getting worse.
Yeah, we talked about before we even did Pin and Gain. I asked you because my brother, he had spinal fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he broke 3 discs or broke or popped his scalp. But yeah, it's crazy.
Probably HNP, like a bulging disc type of thing that's bulging into it. But anyways, this person had they're a kid. They're almost in high school, I think.
Yeah.
And what he has is, they're called contractures. So he actually has a issue where, because of the part of the spinal column, that it's just like a deli slice would work. So that blue one, the colored one would probably be good.
This one?
Yeah, that should be fine. Because there's upper motor neuron and lower motor neuron injuries.
Yeah.
So upper motor neuron is like spinal cord, brain stem,
You said upper what?
Upper motor neuron. So that's like, on the screen they have that. So you have the kind of top left red one.
I don't have it on.
It's almost up there. There's going to be a spinal column, so it's highlighted in red on the top left, and so you have different parts of your spinal cord correspond to different parts of your body. So like further up and kind of to the outside of it will be more, it goes from the bottom up. So it'll be like lumbar, sacral.
Yeah.
So the red on the top left, so you can see it on there, lumbar and sacral to thoracic to cervical. And so there's the spinal column, so it goes from the bottom up, further outside. So what happens is you have damage kind of across that, and it affects all of those.
Got it.
So what happens is you take that, and it's you can get contractures from said injuries. What contractures is like you literally can't straighten out your leg. So like a knee contracture is your knee's going to be stuck at whatever degree angle. So straight is 0.
Straight is 0.
And straight up and down, everyone knows 90 degrees. So a lot of times they get stuck between anywhere from 20 degrees, 15 degrees, all the way up until like 40, 45 degrees. If you're at 40, 45 degrees, they can have surgeries they will do what's called a tenotomy, where they literally take like a scalpel and cut through your tendons so that they can kind of grow and stretch out a little bit longer. So that's what this patient of mine had, and he's doing well. We were getting his contractures down. What did we get to today? We got to about sub 15 degrees today, and he came in about 19. So we're making progress and doing things. Cool. Yeah.
How long does that usually kind of? It just
really depends. So it takes a lot of. That's the trouble part. Yeah, that's where I am, and I've talked to them. I'm like, hey, I should be seeing you for like a month, and you got to go to a specialty clinic, just because I'm gonna give you all the tools to do this, and then you got to go. Like, I hope you can go to stand, because I want you to walk. But in order for you to walk, you need to be able to have all these other like devices that I don't have. Like, I can get you to walk, but if you have all of these, spastic contractures coming up, you should at least have like a standing frame that'll block your knees from bending, so it can kind of keep you doing these things. So my job right now is to teach the parents and the caretakers how to appropriately manage the spasticity.
Yeah.
Because it is a hereditary disease, you get progressively worse from it sometimes. So this specific disease will get progressively worse with the spasticity, but you can combat it. So it's kind of you got to stay on top of it, otherwise it'll otherwise it'll keep getting worse. And so this is a home effort, and unfortunately, they're probably going to do this for the rest of his life.
Just keep working at it and dealing with it.
Yeah, especially so. What I'm assuming happened was they weren't taking care of it for whatever reason. They got a lot of things going on, a lot of healthcare issues with that family. They're like managing, going through, and they're really, really good. Actually, I really like the family. They're really nice, really caring, and really just want to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And so it got to the point to where they had to have the surgery to cut it. So they lengthened both of his hamstrings and both of his Achilles. Then they put you in what's called serial casting. So they will literally cut you, straighten it out, and then they will, for lack of a better term, literally put you in like full leg casts. And so they'll do that to try to keep whatever we just stretched out, to keep it there from going back, So it's very uncomfortable for the patient. It's just not a good time. You don't want to have that happen. But anyways, worked pretty good on getting him to stand. Worked on, we stood like 5 times today, which is good. The thing with contractures is you get also with the upper motor neuron injuries in the spinal column, you get, so upper motor neuron is usually hyperreflexive. So, the knee jerk reflexes, everyone hit that and it kicks out like extreme kick. Like
really?
Punch. Yeah. So that's hyper and hypo. So hyper is too much. Hypo is too little. So hyperreflexive is they're just like hypersensitive to everything. They twitch really quickly, or they'll move things, and they can get what's called clonus. So what clonus is literally continuous activation of the muscle.
So
we'll have like their leg. See if I can get this. Yeah. So I have your leg that's bent, and so you try to straighten it out. And if you hit a point, it'll just, if you go too fast, it'll just fight you and do this.
Oh, it's like when you're working out and it's like you're just like stability.
Kind of how it's kind of uncontrolled. Yeah. Except it'll take it and just like fully flex the leg. And so that's what kind of that clonus is. It's a lot more common with feet. If you like have like their foot out and you try to push up, like dorsiflex it, pull your toes up, they'll hit it, and it'll just like spasm out with you and kind of do that. So it'll pulse. And so what happens is if we go too fast on his standing, or we do things like that, he's not strong enough to stand up that fast. Then what will hit is you get issues of his legs starting to do that clonus when we're standing, and so it's a little bit of a fight between it.
So something's already fighting against what he's trying to do anyways.
Yeah. So I got.
Like you're saying, it's a constant battle.
Yeah. So we got to fight that, and we got to teach the parents, and the less spasticity it has, the less that clonus is going to kind of show up, because it's going to be a more appropriate range for him to work in. So anyways, so it's basically a lot of time stretching someone and teaching them how to like maintain it, and teaching them why they should maintain it. But there's a little bit like cause I think I was telling you earlier, I was telling you earlier in the cast, we got about 5 stands today. One of them kind of was not great, but that's like, those are the battles you win with those. So that's an odd case that I have that I don't normally get to
different.
see.
Yeah, a little different. Which is kind of cool too, because now you're learning about more, just kind of digging deeper into finding out.
Yeah, and it's like a very special population. So and it's basically he has brain damage, so he can't. Another one of the things is it's tough for him to understand what you're saying, and it's tough for him to get the response and then like tell you the response, because he has issues. So it takes him a long time to do things. So he has special education teachers and stuff, and it just brings you into a whole, like, you understand why people are so passionate about doing things like that. Because I've got one patient like that, and I'm like, dude, I want this kid to do
so well.
I want to give him the entire world. I don't have the time and like the facilities and things like that, but I want to give this kid the entire world. His family's so nice, and it's just like, oh man.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And so it's kind of nice to have a little change of pace from my
your usual
my mechanic,
sprained ankle
yeah,
or whatever,
my work from home guy who just sits over too much and is too much hunched over, so his neck hurts, and I got to go to this guy who, like, not that they don't need my help, but like more, I feel a lot more important and impactful working with that type of
kind of
population.
the reason why you started. You know what I'm saying? You want to help.
Yeah,
people.
and so that's kind of cool. That's a big. Let me tell you, when I got that patient, though, I kind of recognized the name of it, and I was like, oh, I'm not prepared for this. So I went home and like had to study and like kind of look things up, and I mean, it's on my time. That's off the clock. That's kind of going in. But it was like, man, he's got some stuff going on. So that's fun. That was one of my more interesting patients, and we're going to be progressing through. So hopefully we'll get him to stand out of his wheelchair to sit into a bed. Because right now he has to be carried out of it to get in. So that's the next thing we're going to start working on. Hopefully by next week we'll be able to get him up and kind of put him onto a table and then get him back into his chair. Yeah, so that's
very slow progression. But that's like, for him, that'd be like, oh man, it's amazing. I could get into my own bed.
Yeah, you got to get the real little battles. He's going to need help forever, but it's the little battles of, hey, parent, you don't have to just pick him up everywhere now. Yeah. We can do this. He can help, and he can be like a part of it as a part of just like a throwing a baby into a bed. But yeah. That's what's up. How's your patients been, or your clients? How they been?
Actually, you know what? I'm actually really enjoying work right now because I could really tell that everybody's like super motivated. Not like just one client is or two clients. Like literally a collective. All my clients are super motivated to, I've been pushing them harder. I've been making them do things a little bit more like kind of, outside their comfort zone. Yeah. But just kind of keep them in the idea like, hey, we're going to get better. Remember when you couldn't do a push-up? Now you can do 10. Like, this is what we're going to do now next time. So a lot of the people that I work with are very uncoordinated. So we have been working like balance and stuff like that. And also I've been having them do more plyometrics type of training, kind of more a little bit like athletic training. Because they're getting to a point where they're not sweating as much as they did in the beginning because their body's adapting. But no, it's really cool to see them that they're pushing themselves. One guy, at first like he wasn't like he's super weak, but I mean he's probably about like 6 foot. He's probably about 270. You know what I'm saying? But now his like instability and all his like muscles, but he just built a really good strong base, and now his strength is super improved, and it's like a crazy jump from like where we started to now. So
right,
it's pretty fun pushing him because now that I know he's like very strong, like I'm able to put like I can kind of test his strength a little bit there. But he likes it, and then I think it's always those last couple reps where I always see their true like motivation and determination in the back end. Which is really cool because everybody's like really pushing themselves to get to the last ones, and then they're being more honest with me too about, hey, this weight is a little bit too light. Like I want to go to the next weight, like you know what I'm saying. But like get to a point where obviously I'm gonna watch and see, but just to hear them like, no, I want to make it that much more intense because I want to get more results.
Yeah, so more intrinsically motivated, like self motivated.
Yeah, exactly. Like, cause like, I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it for you either. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's only gonna last for so long, and you're not gonna want to keep coming. But yeah, I've had full schedule the last 2 weeks. My schedule. As soon as I put my schedule out, all of my clients are filling it in quick. So I've been giving like
that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's first come first serve technically. So I always I don't put anybody in a time spot. And so I was like, show me that you want it, kind of thing. So that's kind of like my thing to them was, I was like, I'll be here for you guys, but some of you guys, like not all my clients, but like they'll do I don't feel good today, I'm not going to come in today and stuff like that. I was like, if you really want the slot, I made my time shorter, but I'll be here for you guys if you really want to be here. So it's really cool to see that. That was a good to have them come in. Yeah, everybody's came back. Oh, and my other guy that just came back today, I haven't seen him for a while. He said his diabetes caught up to him for a little bit. Oof. So he got sick, and then so he had to take it really light. But yeah, now he said he's been swimming, kind of getting back into the flow, and it was his first session today, so he's ready to go too. So that's pretty cool.
All right, that's good. Intrinsic, self-motivated people help make everyone else's life better.
Yeah, it makes my job that much easier too.
Yeah, to be able to want to be there. That's cool. That's cool. So today we were going to talk about try to get into sports injuries. So now we're going to talk a little bit about maybe not as confusing one, but one that may not seem like a big deal and why it is kind of a big deal. San Diego Padres star Fernando Tatis Jr. had a wrist injury in the offseason and has kind of been slowly progressing, making his way back.
Yeah, it's been a while. He hasn't played.
Yeah, so he's they're trying to make a playoff push and stuff and do that, but he was expected. I think originally his timeline was even like early June, like before the All-Star break, and then it kind of got pushed back into it. But what he has going on is he has a wrist injury. More specifically, he has a scaphoid fracture.
Scaphoid.
So what the scaphoid is if you take your hand and make it as wide as you possibly can, there's a little triangle that gets made down here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you put your finger right into that little triangle, that bone that you're touching, once you get that hard, it's a little sensitive. It's not super fun to poke into, to be honest. That's called your...
Even feeling it right now, it's like, it doesn't even feel like a bone.
Yeah, it's not great. And so that little triangle is literally referred to as your anatomical snuff box.
Snuff box, got it.
Yeah, so you put a little... 100% that's what it's called.
That's funny.
That's what we learned it in school and everything. It was weird, but that's what it is. So your scaphoid is notorious for having very, very, very low blood supply. Ooh. Now, everyone knows how you heal is blood, right? And sometimes it takes a little tough to get 2 and 2 together. But what happens is because of the lack of blood supply, because of, how hard it is for blood to get in that specific area, anytime there's any injury to it, it takes forever to heal because obviously no blood. So it sounds dumb saying over and over and over again, but blood equals healing.
Mm-hmm.
Blood equals healing. That's all you need. There's more than that. But what they'll actually do sometimes, if you have a chronic injury or you can have what's called a necrotic scaphoid. And so necrosis is the dying of tissue. So if you have extremely poor vascularization to it, so like you actually don't have very good blood flow to the area, the bone will just die out. And they'll have to, re-get a blood supply to it and keep it in there because dying bone can lead to infection, and there's a whole bunch of bad stuff that goes on with that. But that also happens in your hips. There's avascular necrosis of your femoral neck, and so you have your hip, then you have your little. Don't knock that over. But you have your hip, and you have your little femur bone.
Yep.
Comes to the side, and that's your leg coming down, and so right here on that neck, you have an artery that the circumflex artery, I believe that's what it's called. Circumflex or circumductive artery. I think it's circumflex. Not important. But there's a really big artery that goes around there, and that can either get pinched or damaged or something. And so this neck, specifically this femoral neck, will lose kind of its juice. Yeah. So it'll get weak, and that'll lead to neck fractures.
Got it.
And that's why dislocating your hip is very dangerous because of that specific blood supply that goes down there. I don't know if you remember James might over the Bo Jackson when he dislocated his own hip.
Oh.
So that was a like leg threatening injury and like career threatening injury because he damaged one of the arteries in there, and they were worried he was going to get necrotic. So they were worried his blood supply wouldn't be proficient to his specific bones and areas because of the injury, because when you pull it out, it shreds everything.
Oh, man.
Anyways, back to the scaphoid. So you can have necrotic scaphoids. So what they'll do sometimes is if you actually have an injury to it and it just becomes chronic and doesn't heal all the way, they actually just go in and drill a hole in it just for the sake of causing damage. So causing that damage and that trauma to it will force more blood to it. So it'll force what's called angiogenesis. And what that does is that builds a bunch of capillaries and a bunch of blood supply over it. So angiogenesis is basically the branching out and building of a vascularization network of like arteries, vein, whatever.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll just literally be like, well, it may not be fully broken, but it ain't healing, so screw that.
Boom.
So
So it can at least heal.
Yeah.
So it takes the time to heal.
So, which is why it's very unpredictable in the amount of time. So that's why Tatis has been, well, we see him in the next month. We see him in the next month and a half. Like, what's going on with him? Blah, blah, blah.
Got it.
And so it's waiting for that because you don't want it to become chronic. When it becomes chronic, then you can kind of play with it, but it's tough.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say,
Especially
especially for baseball, like that. Literally everything.
Exactly.
This is everything in baseball.
So
All
hitting
of this.
forward. So if you think about it in that spot, doing anything where
Yeah,
your
that's what I'm
thumb's coming towards you, so you're going radial side, thumb side. If you're doing that kind of radial flexion where you're doing this, like shaking a hand or something,
Yeah.
there's too much. Catching,
Yeah.
hitting. I don't remember which side it is, but regardless, imagine catching and hitting it every time and right under that thumb anytime you got it. So it's a little bit different. There's some
probably one
NFL
of
players
the
that it happens to all the time, and they kind of get away with it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I mean, not doing too much, but literally like this is everything.
Yeah,
Warm
so
up. You're
wrists are a
warming up
lot
this
more
way.
important.
You're like, and baseball's
Um,
crazy.
Trey Mason,
Uh-huh.
he's running back out of Auburn. When he was coming out in 2015, 2016, whenever it is, he actually, that was his medical red card or red
Was that he
flag.
had that.
Was he? Yeah, so he had chronic scaphoid fractures or injuries, something like that. That one just kind of like, well, we'll just tape it up. Like you're gonna be what you're gonna be. Like it's not baseball. Just don't fumble, basically. Because he was running back, so that was tough for him.
That was it. Yeah, just hold on to the ball.
Yeah, Philip Lindsay on the Broncos, when he hurt his wrist against the Raiders, actually, that's what he had, was a scaphoid injury, and so he had.
It just seems like it'd be so annoying. Just
It's
like,
very, very
fuck,
painful.
man.
So it's if you find the right spot, pushing down onto that spot in that snuff box is really, really painful. It's not fun. But it's a lot of people have success coming back from it. It's not like a career altering. Philip Lindsay still hasn't fumbled in his career, so like it's not a career altering thing.
Is that kid Mason still playing or no?
Trey Mason, I just think he didn't make training camps. He was on he was on
okay.
the end of the Rams. He was like the Rams' third or fourth pass catching running back.
Gotcha.
And then they drafted Darrell Henderson. I think he got oofed out of there, but he was on league for a little bit.
Did they say how Tatis hurt it? Or they just could have.
They said it's occurred sometime in the off season. A lot of the time, it occurs if you're like on a fall and an outstretched hand, you hit the ground.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like, dang, I wonder if that injury happens a lot for like skateboarders or like people who do like
maybe,
you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like I
wrist sprains and
feel like
stuff.
the wrist sprains and stuff like that. I feel like that would be really common in there.
Yeah, it's
line
called
of work.
It's called a foosh injury, fall on
foosh.
outstretched hand. So FOOSH.
I think that's like one of the worst things to ever do, huh? Because you could
Try not to break. You should learn to fall. Learn to roll.
Yeah,
roll
I was
and
about to say
absorb.
you never want to be like that.
Roll
I
and
always hear
absorb.
bad stories for anybody who fell down this way and just locked in
Elbows. The Gary Payton.
I will say shout out to WWE for me personally, because that's how I learned how to fall. Because I'd always used to wrestle my cousins and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah?
that, and like pretend how to fall like that. So anytime there's a couple times I probably should have like broken my neck or done something, but I just fell correctly. I think.
Yeah, it's been but yeah, that's why Tatis is taking so long to get back, because that bone specifically is very, very difficult to kind of predict. And then you don't want to come back too early and have him gone for another month or whatever it is for just kind of repair. So he's going to be going. He's going to be a little bit unpredictable.
Have they said he's practiced or anything?
I don't know if he's taking batting, but I know he's supposed to come back in like the next few weeks. Is the timeline that they were given?
I mean, they can still wait. There's only they have time.
Yeah. Do we have a correction? Am I wrong for that? Is he coming back?
Yeah, we'll get
pull that up.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure he should be coming back in the next few weeks, because his original timeline was in June. I do little fantasy baseball, so I was trying to keep up on that where I should draft him.
Yeah. How you doing in your fantasy baseball league?
First place for now.
What?
For now, yeah.
Cool. That's what's up.
Me and my brother.
Is it really hard?
It is, but it's See, there's two different ones. So there's like fantasy football is pretty straightforward. You just have points.
Good points.
Fantasy baseball and fantasy basketball are a little bit different because you have categories you can play.
Oh, so
I do categories in basketball because I know basketball a lot better, and I
could you kind
of manage it. Yeah, and it's only 9 categories. Baseball, however, has points and categories. Baseball has like 24 categories. It's just too much. But I do the pure points one.
Pure points, okay.
Which is a little bit different. But
cool.
It keeps you interested. Like, you know weird names, and you kind of root for guys a little bit.
Yeah. I always like to play that. It's like DraftKings.
Yeah.
I used to do that for baseball. I thought that was fun. Like, pick the pitcher, the batter, and all stuff like that.
Lefty, righty matchups. But yeah, like I have Vlad Jr. on my team, so I've been watching like more Blue Jays games. They've been kind of fun, so that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, it just gives you something to root for. Shane McClanahan, picked him up late. Man, that guy's
Who does he play
been
for?
dealing. He's the Rays. He started the All-Star game for the AL. He's been dealing. But yeah, so
It's interesting.
do we have a timeline on?
So they said July 26th, he started taking batting practice.
BP.
And by the end of last week, he was facing live pitching.
Okay, so
Cool.
BP, like last week, and then facing live pitching at the end of the week.
Probably
Yeah.
going
So that sounds like it's an
80%?
appropriate.
like an 80% type.
Yeah, it's all because of the way that baseball is hitting the ball. So it's not only swinging a bat; it's the contact and the vibrations from the ball hitting the bat.
That makes sense.
That if you've never been to a batting cage or anything, to just know what their like hands and body go through hitting, like just go hit like 60s.
Yeah.
Go hit 60 out of a batting cage and then like amplify that. And it's like if you hit it off the edge of I don't know if you've ever hit off the edge of a bat wrong. It is
That's the worst.
painful. Yeah, or getting jammed up in there. So there's a lot of things that go into it as to why it's important to kind of slow that roll return. But that's why no one's really complaining about him not being out there yet. It would be nice for the Padres to have him, but yeah. Shouts to the anatomical snuff box.
Snuff box. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, what do you think is the most common injury in baseball?
Weirdly enough, they get a lot of the blisters.
And like it's like
Finger blisters, yeah.
Ah,
Finger
that
blisters
makes
out of
sense,
a lot of the
makes sense.
pitchers. UCL sprains.
UCL.
That
What
was
is
the
that
Tommy
use-
John that we were talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
That's the UCL. And then a lot of oblique injuries. I think producer
That would make sense.
Producer Sarah and I were talking about that, just like the different muscles needed for swinging and throwing,
'cause
and
even that Mike
everything's kind
Trout
of
mysterious injury or whatever.
yeah. He's got a spinal thing going on.
Yeah.
I don't really know if they released what his actual thing is, what his diagnosis is. But yeah, just a lot of rotation injuries. They work a lot in the transverse plane, which is like if you like take a knife and just slice your body from top and bottom. That's the plane. That's a transverse plane. So it's a lot of rotating, a lot of swinging, a lot of things like that. So a lot of your body just isn't. You're meant to kind of do that, but not at the. What's the amplitude? So not as big of swings. Like your body's meant to like walk and do things and kind of twist side to side, but huge amplitudes of like swinging a bat from side to side is not like ideal
They
for the
swing
body.
all the time too. They play. I mean, they do play. Maybe not. They play a lot of games, but I was trying to say, like, do they practice in between too? Have to? Do they even have a rest day?
They do a little bit.
You know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
they.
'Cause they play
I mean,
doubleheaders
they do
in baseball,
BP
so
before,
not
just
really
like
too
they have
tired.
like shoot around and stuff.
Yeah,
They do BP before, and they have like fielding drills, and you kind of see them out there. But
It's
I
kinda
think
light
once the
work.
season starts, I think they're pretty more like
Stay.
chill.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I wonder how intense their training camps
Yeah,
are.
their BP might be like, you haven't hit the fastball very well. Here, hit 500 fastballs or whatever it is. I've never played baseball before, so I could be wrong, but I think that's kind of
Yeah, that's what I was
more of
thinking.
the adequate. They'll do like tossing, kind of more things to maintenance themselves, I guess. More of a maintenance program
Baseball
going
dudes
in.
are pretty big though. They be lifting.
Yeah,
They're pretty big, jacked up.
one of the things that I was told by what was he? I think he was a pro ball player turned scout. No, he was a coach turned scout. When I was in Arizona at the time, he was a patient of mine, and I would love talking with him about baseball. And so he was telling me, he was like, yeah, he was a pro scout, so he was scouting other teams when they would come to Arizona to play. Basically, he was like an in-house scout.
Oh, nice. That's pretty
But he was saying when he was in the scouting department for the A's way back when, he was like a manager for him, and so what they would look for in younger rookie guys or guys that were looking to draft or stuff, they'd look for people who played other sports. They wanted people who didn't just play baseball, because if you played baseball, you're doing the same thing too much. You throw too much.
Overuse.
And so, yes, you'd get these overuse injuries. You'd get these UCL tears. You'd get these rotator cuff tendonitis, rotator cuff tears, rotator cuff strains, oblique injuries. So you'd get all these injuries from doing this same repetitive motion over and over and over and over again, that they wanted you to do another sport. They wanted the guy who played. They wanted the football guy. They wanted the receiver turned, Jeff Samardzija.
Yeah.
Played receiver at Notre Dame, pitched. They want to see these other guys so that you can have your body trained in all these other aspects. You can be fit enough to do all of the things.
Everything, yeah.
So by the time you did only throw, you were fit enough all around to kind of maintain the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like the rest of your shoulder was strong and the rest of your arm was strong to keep up with it. But that's what he told me. He was like, yeah, obviously that's not the golden rule, but he was like, yeah, we tried to find guys who played other sports or enjoyed doing other things or were active or like went to farms or.
Yeah. The one thing that was really, that sucked for my brother was he was a really good pitcher. And, but being such a good pitcher, that means they would kind of put him in all the time. So they kind of overworked his arm at a young age. So he ended up, maybe he did get Tommy John, the injury, but maybe not. Anyways, but yeah, so just the overuse, they jacked up his arm. He got hurt one year, and that was it. He had to sit out, and then he never went back to pitching.
That became a problem in I want to say, late 2010s, early mid 2000s, when that Little League World Series started getting really big and they started televising it.
Yeah.
Was they had a big issue with kids being overthrown. So they had the innings restriction, and they like set that hard. They had a hard pitch cap.
Yeah. Poor
like
kids.
It doesn't matter if it's last out of the game. Like if you had 60 pitches or whatever in that game,
gotta stop.
You're out. There's
no
way.
Nah, for real. Because I mean, how many careers could have just been ruined just because one coach wanted to win that one Little League game? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
and it's like,
even if it wasn't like the biggest game on, like on ESPN, it's like literally just the rec game for the kids. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
they want to win so bad.
Even like kids get overuse injuries. Like there's not an age limit on overuse injuries, to be honest. So that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's a question in the chat. Let's see. From Bread with Butters, it says, from a doctor's perspective, why are steroids bad for you?
So there's a bunch of different steroids. There's things like corticosteroids, which is like cortisone and stuff that heal, and then there's things like anabolic steroids, which are probably what he's referring to.
Yeah, the beefed up.
But the anabolic steroids, bad for you. I mean, they cause hormonal imbalances. Cheating for sport, I guess. Like if you want to look big, do whatever you want. But it does cause a hormonal imbalance that causes, the genital shrinking is like a thing that's real. And it causes, what's the right term for it? It causes an inappropriate like muscle web. The way that the muscle is built is obviously not natural. It's synthetic, and so it's hard to keep up with it. So having the rest of your body, keep up with that. Yeah. The rest of your tissues get put on. Obviously, this is like a major amount. If you just use little steroids, like honestly, whatever. It's not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
But the stress that it causes on your other tissues and your other organs, like essentially if you have more muscle, if we just think of it as, from the top, make it drop, it's a WAP.
Mm-hmm.
But what you want is you take all of your muscles and you make it bigger. Now your muscles need what? More blood. So we need to have our, vascular system catch up. So we need more capillaries, we need more arteries, we need more veins to the area. That takes time. Now that we have all that blood flow, we need more blood volume. Now we have all that blood volume, our heart needs to work a little bit more because we have more blood in a bigger area to cover.
And still, like, not your actual weight and stuff, like, what I'm saying?
Well, so you're adding weight because you have that. So now you have more weight to carry around.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're not training the other parts of your body, your legs, to be able to carry it, you're going to get more tired. And then, so it's just like leads into like a snowball effect of things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Will they go wrong? I mean, your body could have time to catch up, and that's okay. But like, so getting to that point is going to be not great. But that's why you shouldn't like rely on anabolic steroids and stuff to do that. And then its effects will go away when you stop using them too. So
you pretty much got to use it.
It's a temporary thing, yeah.
One of my friend's sisters, she has seizures, but they give her steroids to kind of combat that. So I know.
Yeah.
It's not I don't know if it's the first one you said or the second one.
So that would be like more of a medical, like a corticosteroid type of thing, like fluoroquinoline or something like that.
Yeah. So there
Those
is good.
and like cortisone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are like medical uses for it,
Sure.
but they're also going to be, um, so the,
Yeah.
perfect.
Question.
What are the other medical uses? So they have other medical uses, as in a lot of it's for pain management. So they use it for pain management, or they use it for, I'm trying to remember what fluoroquine. Well, they can use steroids for like bronchial. You have like asthma inhalers; those are technically steroids.
Interesting.
To help bronchodilators or steroids.
Huh.
Vasodilators can be used as steroids. So there's a number of them specifically. But I don't remember why. But we were hammered in school that fluoroquinolines, and I don't remember what they're used for. I think they're a pain management. Let me look this up before I give us the wrong thing. But well, fluoroquinolines, the side effect of those, excuse me, side effect of those is actually tendon rupture.
Ooh.
So we're taught fluoroquinolines more for the geriatric populations. Fluoroquinolines. There we go. Synthetic. It's an antibiotic.
Oh.
That is the most. Usually, steroids are for antibiotic use.
Got it.
I don't know why they didn't pop in my head right away, but things like that. Fluoroquinolines specifically, and just corticosteroids is what the brand it is. Have like tendon. I don't know if softness is the right thing, but definitely tendon ruptures. Like, you don't want to give someone who's been on corticosteroids a large amount of plyometric stuff. For fear of popping an Achilles, for fear of, popping a patella tendon, Achilles is the most common one, but yeah. So careful with the amount, I guess. But I mean, obviously, if you're fighting an infection, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And if you're not, like, if you're prescribed it, take it.
Yeah,
Please take
can
it.
prescribe this for you. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, tendon ruptures are one of the tendon ruptures are the big no-nos of corticosteroid use, but you got to use them.
Yeah, even like when you get like even steroids and stuff like that, you hear stuff like somebody ripped their bicep because the muscle's just so big and just tears their bicep, or
Yeah,
I've heard a pectoral tear too, and like that's just crazy. Like your muscle had to be stretched completely to get ripped like that.
But like that's the anabolic steroids too. Is you just build so much muscle mass that your other tendons and even smaller ones like your rotator cuff. A lot of bodybuilders have smaller injuries because of that. So their biceps and everything are big, but they have their rotator cuff or like their small ligaments or like this one, my glute minimus, whatever. Like the small issues, the stabilizing muscles get overpowered, and so that's
where the issues comes out with it. Yeah, for sure. Especially when they're trying to put up, anybody who takes steroids trying to put up a lot of weight.
Yeah, you're trying to put up numbers.
Exactly.
Like,
you want to put the
just
numbers
be
up.
careful with it. I think we got another question from Rebel Brothers again. What's your favorite time of the day to work out?
I like the morning. Or actually, well, I won't say morning because I'm a midday type of person.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say afternoon. Definitely afternoon, actually.
Okay. I guess that is the particular reason. But any reason you don't like morning or night? Or you
I don't mind. I don't
less?
mind. Yeah, I like, well, just kind of how my day is. I like having it midday because I could finish off everything that I have. But I mean, if I wasn't doing this at night, I'd probably be going to the gym at nighttime. Nighttime's cool. Yeah, because nighttime's cool. But after the rush, definitely do not like going to gym from like 5 to 8 because that's just like prime time and everybody goes at that time.
I agree.
Yeah. So I would definitely either be after 8 or 11 to like 1 or 2 ish. And yeah, so because my sessions are long, so
yeah, hit that late night.
Yeah. Usually the late night I'll do stuff like just finish off my workout if I did something in the morning and I didn't get it out, kind of thing.
Yeah, I used to try to hit that the local gym, Old Milpitas Health and Fitness.
Fitness for 10.
Yeah, Fitness for 10, then Fitness 19, whatever it's been. They used to close at like 11, so I used to hit that 9:30 to 11 run.
Ooh, that's perfect.
And just like walk out as they were like, yeah, we're gonna close. I'm like, perfect, I can go home.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah. See, that's a good time too. That's what I'm saying. Late night's not that bad.
That was always a benefit of 24 is
guys ever would, or like that 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. workout.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm kind of bored. I have nothing to do.
Yeah. Just kind of
it's
stroll
just
on in.
quiet. Nobody distract you. Nobody. You can kind of grunt a little louder.
Yeah, get your mash on.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm in.
Yeah, I do like that. That's pretty cool. What about you?
I do prefer the night. I don't mind kind of the afternoon. I can't do morning. I'm not there
it.
like mentally
Yeah,
or
no,
like
no.
gastrointestinally. I just get too much going. But I'm usually a night guy. I'm kind of a night owl. Like I would much rather stay up to like 2 a.m. and wake up at 10 than to like go to sleep at like 10 and wake up at like 6 or something. I can't. That sounds terrible to me. So
No.
I'm not an early riser anyway, so I'd rather just be like, if I at least get up at like 10, I'd be like, 'cause this is appropriate. I should be up by now. Like,
Yeah, I gotta
it
get.
doesn't
my day
matter
going.
whether I'm tired. Like, this is an appropriate time to be up. So
True.
What's your guys' favorite gym chain, like franchise?
I mean, it used to be Milpitas Health and Fitness, but I actually didn't mind. I went to City Sport for a bit, and I didn't mind City Sport. Like it was kind of a nice, cool little place. It wasn't like, I feel like there weren't a bunch of like meatheads walking around or anything. Like I feel like it was fine.
City Sports is definitely from the ages of.
I played basketball mostly though, so honestly, that was like over 70% of my time in there. I was just at the basketball court. I don't know if I would have went there if it wasn't for that.
I definitely see much more like college kids at City Sports. 24-hour fitness is much more real lifters, in my opinion, in the sense of like they're already developed and older, and they like they take it much more serious. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely see that there. Of course, you do get those younger kids at 24-hour fitness, but I just think it's because 24 is just that much more expensive.
Popular now. Well, because if mom and dad are paying for my gym membership,
see, but
I
the
don't
cool
give a
thing
hell
about
where I
City
go.
Sports now 24 does it too, but it's the Buddy Pass. City Sports was the one that had started that Buddy Pass that you had like just for $10 more, you bring a buddy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was what set them off. City Sports is much more organized and cleaner than 24.
That's fair.
That's from my own personal experiences.
Have you been to multiple City Sports?
I have been to multiple.
Across the board, it's like clean.
They have a different type of system that works there. The way that it works, the employees and how they are there's specific people in place to do all the re-racking and keeping it clean and all this stuff too. I don't think 24 does that. I think they have I could be wrong, but from my experience and just watching and seeing the same employees every single day when I go to 24-hour fitness is that they have like front desk, of course. They have the technician that fixes all the gym, and they have janitors, and then just the trainers, and then of course like a GM and stuff like that. But there's not that one person I always see that's always like putting the weights back and making sure everything looks nice. And
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know how gyms functioned. I just
because City Sports is like the sister company to LA Fitness.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, so they're like the sister company or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so they already kind of have their own type of thing that they kind of ran with, their own business model, and they kind of stuck to that as well too. But I will say, when I went to the brand new 24-hour fitness in Santa Clara, they kind of did the same thing City did in a sense. Like I could kind of recognize like the layout and how they started to stack their weights and stuff like that. Kind of the same build.
Oh, we got to get in on this. Like 24 starting to emulate City Sport, trying to take over.
Just the idea of the way that
aggregators
it looks.
don't aggregate this.
Yeah, the development of the gym over there, like how everything was in rows, and that's how City Sports does it. Everything's in rows. Everything has its place. Everything just like that. So
I think that's like a very interesting point to notice, because I feel like 24-hour fitnesses are really a crapshoot. I feel like everybody has one where it's like, this is my favorite. Everybody has one like, I never go here because it's nobody racks weights, or it's messy, or it's too crowded. They're shaped differently. There's not like a flow to like, ooh, if I go to 24-hour fitness, I'm getting this specific, treatment or hospitality or just experience, I should say. It's kind of cool that City Sport is kind of able to pull that off a little bit more.
yeah, because I think they just came on a little bit later, right? 24's been around forever.
There's like old 24.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing too. Yeah, you go to an older one, you're like, what the hell is this?
Is there like a base design where like every time you walk into a 24, like on the right when you walk in, there should be, cardio and stuff, or first you see cardio, or first you see this, or like, is there an order of like gym?
It's kind of funny because there's actually
for any of it.
no.
I guess.
So what I used to do, I would actually, because I would get bored of going to the same place, and for a while, what I would do is like I would literally just go to drive to different other cities just to go to work out at a different 24. So there's the Super Sport, of course. I always went to the Super Sport, so I can only talk about that. I mean, I know there's one where it's just like, what was the other one in Milpitas? It wasn't a Super Sport. It was the one by the high school. It was just like a regular 24. I don't know if
It's like a regular.
it was just a run sport. Okay, yeah, 'cause that's what I'm saying. There's like a Super
Yeah.
Sport. There was a sport, and then it's like regular 24.
one.
You know what I'm saying? So
Wait, is
Yeah.
that the one by the bowling alley?
No, the one by Little Caesars.
Little Caesars.
It's gone now.
Oh,
it used
that's
to be,
right.
it had a cool little run.
Oh, I forgot about that place.
It had
Yeah,
a cool-
yeah.
That was my shit.
yeah, they had a cool little run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was had a cool little run, but then they put the Super Sport by
Yeah.
the old Mervyn.
Yeah. Wait, what is that now?
It's a
Where?
Super Sport.
I haven't been like in that Knob Hill parking lot.
Oh, that is
Oh.
nothing right now.
Still nothing. huh?
Dang.
Still.
Interesting.
R.I.p.
Yeah.
Man.
Little Caesars and Burrito Express holding it down though.
Are they
Yeah.
still kicking? Dude, way to go, man! I gotta go
That's
get
what's
me a.
sad. No, there's no way.
I gotta go get me some Burrito Express real
Yeah,
soon,
you know
man.
what? Because
Damn.
there's no way these kids are always gonna go there and get nachos.
That's fair.
You're selling nachos
Yeah,
to
the
high school
carne
kids.
Oh man, the
There's
carne
like,
asada
how
fries.
many kids are there? Like roughly like 7,000, 4,000? I don't know. What
Oh,
were
not
there?
that much. 30,
Four?
35, 4,
Okay, okay.
something like that.
I can't remember if it was 4 or 7. But yes, yeah, nah, they could never go out of business. All those kids gonna want some chicken nachos.
I had before COVID even they said that there were rumors that they were trying to shut that one down. I guess
Ooh.
just wasn't getting enough
'cause it's
enough traffic of
kids.
people. That's
Oh.
gonna
Nah, F them high schoolers,
they may
man.
have assumed more high schoolers would be working out there than anticipated.
Oh,
Like just numbers were never like actually, and it was like if you went during like the hot hours, like 5 to 8, it would be busy.
You know-
because it was smaller.
But look at the
No,
demographics,
no.
dog.
you already knew, because I mean that's
Come
when Fitness
on.
for 10 came out. For $10, you could go and have fitness.
I
So I
was
was
in
like, how are you
Fitness
gonna
for
beat
10.
$10? How are you gonna beat $10? We used to call it average Joe's.
But like demographics, dog. Like,
What do you guys,
what are you
what's your guys-
doing?
What's your opinions on Planet Fitness?
I don't know what. I don't really have an opinion because I don't know what they're about. I don't know what it is.
Somebody where there's a list of things that you cannot do at Planet Fitness.
You know what, I'm
I think we did talk. We might have.
Am
talked
I
about-
gonna
if we
think they're
not-
super weird, or I'm gonna be
Yes.
like, yeah, that's fine.
No, I mean I don't know. It depends on you how you like your.
I wanna, yeah, I wanna,
Think yeah,
I wanna
know.
read. I want you to read them one by one. I wanna.
No,
react into
something
this
about
one.
like you can't. I don't know. I'll just let it come in. But yeah, no. Yeah, it was tough to beat Fitness for 10 at that time where that 24 came out because they also put in the MMA thing in Fitness for 10.
That's right. Hey,
So
that got
was
pretty hot.
huge.
Yeah,
that
that
was
got pretty
huge
hot.
at the time. It's like MMA is like boomed. So I think a lot of people put their money into.
There's a couple like amateur fighters that came out of that from like
Probably.
this area. There's
Probably.
I know 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe another one that kind of came out of that.
Did little his own
Yeah,
little
like
the
kids I went to high school with. That was kind of weird.
From the beginning, they used to have what was that game called? Racquetball.
Yeah.
love
Hey, my
racquetball.
dad
I
was
love
my
racquetball.
dad was hitting that dude.
Racquetball's pretty tough.
We got one at
It's
the
fun.
at
I
the
like
gym
it.
in my at my apartment complex. My dad was juiced.
I got one at my gym. We should play.
I don't know how to play, but I'm down.
I don't know. We gotta try it and put it for content.
I'm in. Yeah, racquetball. I want the goggles and stuff. I'm coming in with
Yeah.
like the like 4-inch inseams,
Shit's fun.
2 inch ins, whatever.
It's cool
it
because
is.
it just keeps on bouncing around. You're just moving left to right all the whole time.
Producer Sarah got to give me some shorts to wear so I can come in and get extra wide grips.
My friend said that he just bought some Lululemon shorts. Best.
I've heard so many good, like
you
men,
like those?
men, women. I've
Oh,
heard so
comfortable.
many
That's
good.
What I'm saying, comfortable.
Lululemon is the best apparently. I do have I own a pair of Lululemon like jogger type things.
Mm-hmm.
So comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They
Everything
actually-
about it.
That's all I wear.
Do I ever want to buy like a $65 polo? No, but do I have a singular one and it's my favorite polo? Yes.
They got
That's
good
it.
quality.
Lululemon.
That's what they were saying. I was like, damn, that's,
Hit us out. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it.
for
I'm
sure.
in.
yeah. So definitely got to try some Lululemon shorts.
Yeah, I'm all in
I'm
on
gonna get
Lulu.
one. Let me get a Lulu. And the new
All
thing.
right, I got a few right here.
Hit me.
One of those being the dress code actually is one of the big things that people talk about. So let's see.
How weird can a dress code be? Can they hear you on this? I don't know.
Can they hear me?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Not
That's all right.
really.
We'll
Okay,
check.
I'll
So
just,
dress
talk
code.
this way.
Yeah, it's all good.
Nothing revealing or intimidating.
Nothing
So
revealing or
how
intimidating.
that was described so like when you say something like that, it's pretty like vague, right?
Yeah.
So it's open interpretation. Somebody, a girl was saying that she had like a tight tank top. They told her to leave, and if you
A
wanna be
tight
like,
tank top.
you can't wear like the
Spaghetti strap
the
thing?
spaghetti strap weightlifter joints.
The
Listen,
super
no.
thins.
Really?
So no cutoffs. I bet
Because
you can't have your own cutoff.
It's revealing if it's a girl or intimidating if it's a guy.
What the? That's so like our no, I guess our like cutoff joints we're kind of
Maybe.
cool with.
But it
But
could
I
be.
mean, you can see nipple. Is that count? Is like nipple?
That's intimidating, bro.
Is is that revealing and or intimidating?
It's
I mean, I don't really go out showing my nipples, but like I would
But you
wear
wear a
cutoffs
cutoff.
to
That's
the
what I'm saying.
gym.
Like, you
Yeah.
can't wear a cutoff.
If I'm wearing like a tank
I
top
wear
too, and
cutoffs
I'm
when I
like
still play
benching, like
basketball.
sometimes I might have a nip slip or
Those are-
something.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. But that's intimidating.
They should feel your clothes should feel loose. Clothes that are too tight are not advised. And they
Clothes
may-
too
they
tight,
may,
not
uh,
advised.
may
So what are
advise
the
you.
girls?
Yeah.
gonna
So if I
wear?
got something loose and I'm doing like bent
What
over
are girls
rows,
wearing at the
like
gym at this point?
that
'Cause
thing's gonna
everything that the
be
girls wear
swinging.
now, all the Lululemons, all their stuff too, is like that. Those are all tight.
Better get a size up.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah. You if you buy Lululemons, you can't work out at Planet Fitness, or how does that work? Because I'm just saying, because like you know what I'm saying, like how's that gonna work?
And, it's probably like I said, it's not like this is it. So
No.
it's up to interpretation. So whoever's working that day can really make that decision, which
Ooh, that's
brings-
bad. That's always bad. Subjective rules are always bad. You should be black and white, objective in every possible way, no matter what.
So rule 2 though brings
Rule
me to
2. Rule 2 is
It's called the lunk alarm rule.
the lunk alert.
And it's famous for the presence of a lunk alarm. And what I mean by that is there's actually an alarm in Planet Fitness, right?
Got it.
When people grunt,
Ooh.
make lots of noises, drop weights, or bang weights because they're trying to motivate themselves to finish their reps, an employee may trigger the lunk alarm. I think it's
What?
literally an alarm.
It's an alarm,
Goes
so
off.
it's an alarm
If
that
someone's
goes off
just being
grunts.
if someone's just being a doucher, like they're just gonna send that out. Like I'm kind of into it, but I've also like I've done like one too many hang clean sets and like just dropped it. Like sorry, I'm done. Like I've done that before, and it's like
Nah, you're gonna get the lunk alarm.
hell, man.
Not
See,
the
that's a bad
hunk.
thing because I might want to go in
You're
and
a
want that.
loser.
Like,
You're a
hey,
lunk.
guys, we're gonna go
That's
in and
what it
go
is.
so
It's
hard
the
they're gonna hit the
lunk.
lunk alarm
The
today.
lunk.
Like,
You're
do I
not a
get
hunk,
kicked out
you're a
forever
lunk.
to never return, or like what's my
You
what's my
probably have
deal
some.
with that?
You probably have some warnings.
For that day. So actually,
What?
what they said is like there are some. If it's not to the point of the alarm, they'll come up to you and like maybe like an employee. So like they actually physically go to you and say, "Hey, do you mind if?" Now, if you do it again,
You get a verbal warning before the lunk
the lunk
alarm?
that goes through.
Oh my
But
god.
once again, like you were saying, it's kind of vague and it's
Hmm.
open to interpretation of what a grunt is. What because I've done like a set like a hang.
Yeah,
Where I
that's
just kind of like fucking dropped it because like fuck yeah, I just did like 5. Like
Yeah,
I'm done now. Like just
Yeah.
PR, hit my PR.
Yeah, I
baby,
got
let's
it.
go.
They would have hit the lunk alarm.
But like, I don't know. I'd
You
be
get the
pissed.
alarm hunt.
I'd be pissed if I was just someone like just hitting my like casual. Like I got like I don't know. Maybe I got like some like outcast or something going on. I'm just like cruising like just a very like mediocre workout
You're
set
like,
day, and all of a sudden I got this damn alarm coming in. I'd be pissed. I'd be so mad if I was like a random person at what is that, Planet Fitness?
Yeah.
I'd be so mad if you just hit that alarm in the middle of my workout while I'm like trying to. Do you imagine how scared you'd be? Like you're maxing on like a bench,
And it just starts with the
and you're
alarm
just
goes
like,
up.
and then like lunk. Well, I'm assuming that's what the lunk alarm sounds like. It's just lunk, whatever it is. But you just get that wail,
We
and
need
you're
to
just
find
like
it,
start
and we need
freaking
to have
out.
that as a soundbite.
Like,
We have to have it on the soundbite and
Oh my
Painter Game,
gosh.
so we will
I'd be
have
so
that
mad.
updated soon. This is the lunk alarm? No way.
I'm the fireman. Fire for fireman.
It's like
Oh my God.
When you see like a color light going on.
That's dangerous to have that
So you
abrupt
can't
sound.
even
If
talk.
I'm
You can't
lifting
even talk at
something
the gym.
heavy,
You laugh with your buddies, and you guys all as a group laugh, and it's like gonna set off the alarm.
I just I'd be so pissed.
man.
Like I'm
That's
middle
a scary
middle of a
ass alarm. I would
heavy.
think something's going on. Like
That's what I'm
something's
saying. Middle of
wrong.
a heavy squat and that happens. Like
Got your headphones
no,
in,
dog.
you're zoned out.
Get out of here.
It's like, is
That
there a
one's-
fire? No, it's a
That one's
lunk
kind of like
alarm.
I kind of get the clothing one. It's like really subjective and open to interpretation, but like
Yeah, okay, so there's a
whatever.
lunk
I
one.
kind
What
of get
else is
that.
there, I think?
Lunk alarm's kind of weird,
Yeah.
but I think it's meant to be weird.
Then they got.
Full-on band exercises.
What do you mean?
There's just actual exercises you cannot do.
You can't
What's-
do.
What's the
certain-
reasoning why they're banned? They don't, I mean,
exercises.
I don't know if that list will give it to you,
I
but
think we'll get to that towards the end. 'Cause it's like somebody's like some.
so there's a list
So
of
you can't
banned
jerk.
exercises.
You can't jerk.
Yeah, like a jerk and clean, like a hang. Like
What?
a thing, like the.
No way.
You can't do T rows.
What? Why can't you do T rows?
I don't know what a T rose is.
Where you lean over, you row it.
You can't do deadlifts.
Whoa.
Why can't
Because
you
I
deadlift
bet
at a
you-
Planet
I bet you
Fit?
because there's like you're just gonna keep on setting off the
alarm.
alarm. Yeah.
Lunk
You just have this
alarm.
lunk alarm line. Like wait, so you're just
Oh,
missing
the-
out on like good workouts just because people are intimidated.
Well, the T rows might be they don't want like women shirts coming down or like other people's shirts to come off. I don't know. If you're gonna have that,
I see what you're saying.
I could see that. That's no. That
Like,
well,
that's
that's
in-
got lunk alarm written all over it.
Overhead presses.
Overhead presses. Why? Maybe
Like the tricep, like this, I'm guessing.
overhead. Yeah,
overhead is-
you could do well anything overhead technically. You can't
So
do
just straight
tricep
up.
extensions.
Language. Like an overhead press is a lot of movements.
You're just gonna go in there and you're
That's
trying
just
to
a
start
weird- I
trying
wanna
to
know
do
the
shoulder press.
reasoning.
You're just trying to do shoulder press and then be like, "Woo."
And you can't superset.
wait, wait. What? You can't
superset?
superset?
That's like, whoa,
What am I going to a gym for?
like that's just good workout, like a workout thing. That's nuts.
These are typically exercises that you'll try to get a PR for. That's what they're saying.
Oh, so you.
To not.
Oh, 'cause
Yeah,
it's
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
intimidating.
So that's what I'm saying. I get why you wouldn't want to do a deadlift because it might hit. And you're like,
Squats and bench though.
They don't even have bench because I guess that's maybe overhead presses. They only have a Smith machine in place of bench presses.
They only have a Smith machine.
Honestly, I'll be okay with that one because it's probably way safer to bench press with the Smith machine than
Fair,
trying-
but
I
like,
was the only one I'd be like, all right, well maybe that's not that bad. I don't have an actual free weight.
That's these are weird.
Smith machine though is that still sucks.
No, it still sucks, but it's a little. I mean, it's safer for people who want to go to the Planet Fitness and work out with. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy.
That's
I
weird.
I put in my application for Planet Fitness. I'm super happy. I did not. get
Yeah,
called.
you know, lunk alarm.
I would have
mofos.
walked in there and be like,
The
yeah,
hell out of here with that.
we have
That's
a
so
lunk
weird.
alarm. I would have been like, walk right out, and I'm like, no.
Lunk
What you
alarm.
mean, my
Unless I control
my
the lunk
clients
alarm.
can't superset? What do you mean my clients can't superset? What?
So it would have like your first day you got to Planet Fitness. You didn't know what you're getting into, right? First day is like, oh, you're on lunk alarm duty. You're like, what do you?
Just
I
make
would
sure if
just
you hear
never-
anybody.
I'd be like, all right, boys, I'm on alarm duty. Like, let it out,
You just hear
baby.
A bunch of banging, just banging
Yeah.
and banging.
He has to go tell him something. He's like, look, I'm sorry, it's not me.
I don't make the alarm. I just enforce
That reminds
the
me when I used to
alarm.
do security, and I was like, sorry, you can't. I gotta escort you out now. I'm so sorry.
Could you imagine being the guy going?
It's
up
not
to-
me. It's not me. It's cool what you're doing, but like, they
Could
told
you
me
imagine
gotta go.
being the guy that goes up to like a girl and be like, "Your shirt's too tight."
Oh man.
Oh my god.
A really funny story for you guys. First of all, they have something at Planet Fitness. This is inside the gym.
Inside the gym.
Mike him up. Mike him up. We gotta hear. We can share, but Mike him up.
All right. They actually have every first Monday of the month, pizza day.
Wait, what? Pizza day?
Give you pizza at the gym, inside the gym. Mondays you get a slice of pizza if you're a member.
That's
At
weird as hell.
Planet Fitness. So funny. I mean, we can get into that a little bit more later. But funny, during COVID when they had to close the gyms, they were like door dashing pizza.
Okay. I will. I'm giving credit for that though. I'll give them credit for that.
No, that's stupid.
No, I give them credit for that. They really said, "Nah, we still got you. Don't worry. Here's your pizza." They didn't have to do that.
They probably had a
They really didn't have
contract.
to do that.
They probably already had a paid contract and was like, "F it. We already have to buy all this pizza. What are we gonna do with it? What are we gonna do? We
Just,
give
can
it
you
to
just
these.
imagine getting one
We give it
slice
to
of
all these
pizza?
people to get
You're
just
just sitting at home
one
like,
slice of pizza
"Ooh, it's
DoorDash to you."
Monday.
Let's go.
It's the first Monday. I'm gonna get
But
my
what
fucking
time does it
pizza.
get there? Like, is that getting to my house like 4?
That's what I'm saying. Like they.
What's
probably
happening
ask
with
you,
that?
It seems like it might be like an afternoon.
Like an
it's all
afternoon?
day.
All right,
It's
like-
an
like-
afternoon to all day, like
This
it's
is like a
Like, are you
an
waking up
evening
8
snack.
in the morning to
Oh
like
my
get in
God.
line at Planet Fitness for your pizza?
Hey,
Like I work out in the morning. Like,
I
are you
respect
eating
it, you know?
Could
Yeah, I wanted my pizza at 7 a.m. Screw you guys, man.
I mean
That's when I get
that's
my
not like
pizza.
too wrong, I guess. I eat cold pizza at that time.
I ain't getting no warm like Little Caesars at like 7, 8. That sounds awful for everything.
I wonder what kind of pizza is too. Like, what are they?
I would
giving
hate
out?
myself for the rest of the day if
Are
I
they
had
giving
pizza
out
like
like
that at 7 a.m.
Domino's? Are they giving out like Little Caesars? Like, are you getting like a good quality pizza because they're about fitness? Like, are they gonna give you?
Or you getting like this DiGiorno they just have?
That's
in,
what I'm saying.
in-
Like,
in
what?
the freezer.
They just have a couple
Papa
ovens in the back.
Murphy's.
They just have a couple ovens. They're just throwing in pizza.
So as you can see, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
that's rough.
I want to see if anybody's been at Planet Fitness and tell us.
Yeah, give us some weird stories. Give me something.
As you can see, it's kind of like it's a gym for the people who are too intimidated to go and see like
The
somebody that
insecurities.
Yeah,
That's the
I
Karens.
get it.
The Karens and the what's the male? It's not Karen. It's what's the male one?
Kevin's.
Kevin. Karen and Kevin's that go there and be like, you're not allowed to do that in my gym.
Well, I think it's like
You're gonna hit the
these
lunk
things
alarm.
considered, it's not something that's for me, but it's like
I can see-
maybe you're
I
a
can
little bit
see-
overweight, and it's like, what's your
That's
first step?
fair.
Like your first, eventually you're gonna want to go to 24 or whatever, but like as you're kind of getting used to it, I don't know like what the personal training situation is like, but it's obviously trying to retain people who like 24-hour fitness and like that's what we were talking about. Who they ran out, it's like
Yeah,
here
city
and,
sport and
like,
stuff.
safe
I guess
environment.
that's just weird to me. I don't want to support that. Like, I don't want to nurture that environment. That's so weird.
I'm just saying it as it's done.
I mean, we were talking earlier about like the just like culture of things in that way. I don't want to get too deep into that because those are hot buttons and
Yeah,
you may not like all of it.
Yeah,
But
that's
like,
true.
it's
a
okay to
community.
not like things, but it's not okay to not like some things. Like that's just a thing. I don't want to nurture that environment. That's a weird environment to nurture. Like it really is. You're gonna coddle someone and then be like, "All right,
There's
you're
an
okay.
alarm. There's an
Fly now,
alarm.
little child."
There's an alarm. Like, why is there an alarm?
Yeah, I don't
Why
like
is there
that. I don't like that at all. Boo to that. Boo you, Planet Fitness. Boo you, because my opinion matters.
Yeah,
But-
it definitely Painter Gain is thumbs down on Planet Fitness.
Yeah,
From our
no.
standpoint.
If we have a lark, if we have lark, is that? Why do I feel like that's not?
What?
Lark is like a bird.
A lark is a bird, correct?
Is that the alarm? A lunk.
lunk.
Wow.
Lunk.
Jesus.
Lunk.
You know, if
It's
we had a lunk
lunk-
alarm, it would be
lunk alarm.
celebratory. It would be a
The only thing
celebratory
that
lunk.
now we could only give thanks to Planet Fitness is that we're gonna use their lunk alarm as a soundbite, and yeah.
A celebratory lunk.
Yeah.
I'd be happy for you. I would cheer. See, if I was in Planet Fitness and like the lunk alarm came out, I'd be like, "Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
is that?
We gotta do it opposite.
Jerry, you son of a gun! We told you you'd get it one of these days."
You know what?
Like I'd just wrap up my workout.
That would actually be lit on the opposite.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say. It's like I was about to say like
You had it in you this
imagine
week, Jerry.
How cool? Yeah, how cool would it be if you had like a
Wild
DJ.
support staff.
That's what I'm saying. Like a DJ in there, or everybody had like a thing. Like you go.
He did it. He hit his PR.
He hit his PR. Everybody, the whole place just starts going. Wild,
Also,
you
he's
know
not
what
allowed to deadlift, but he hit a PR in it.
I'm saying?
Let's hear it.
See, that'd be
Send the
cool. That makes a
alarms.
whole gym like a much more of a community.
We know that's not how it's supposed to be, though.
Yeah.
Like that's not what it's for.
You can't, if I'm not mistaken, you can't stack weights.
Huh?
Like you can't put like two 45s.
What you mean? How do you?
Like 45 is your
No,
max.
I get that, but what do you mean? That's what you can't stack. You can't superset. You all right?
You can't
So
grab-
basically, they just want you to just stay.
Wait, do I not know what a superset is? Like,
A superset is you work out back to back. So I do bicep curls and then back to back with tricep.
Oh, that
extension.
shit's all I did. That's
That's what I'm saying.
I was like,
that's
is that
everything.
just called circuit training or that's superset
No, superset
too?
is
But
only
like,
2. Circuit training would be a more than 2.
oh my god.
Take like a 2-minute break and then do your.
Yeah, technically, you would have to take.
I think they're-
you went too fast on
So
that. Are you supersetting? Like, could you imagine that? Somebody coming up to you,
I
be
think
like,
they do that so you don't hoard weights, but like
"Yeah,
that's not the
I
right way to do it.
guess."
I could understand them being
Yes,
like,
don't
you
hoard
can't
weights.
have more than 6 dumbbells next to
There
you.
you go. Yes, that makes sense.
Every gym
That's
does that.
reasonable. Like that's okay. That's an okay thing
Ooh,
to do.
the coolest
but, like,
thing, though, I will say that I just kind of popped in my head. We were talking about all the gyms. Is that the one thing I like about city sports? Just to go switch back real quick. Is that they got rid of 35s. They only have 2.5. So they have a bunch of 2.5s. They have 5s. They have 10s, 25s, and then 45s. And I think I rather have more 2.5s and 5s rather than just 35.
35. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Because you still could get to your number. You know, it's not that big of a difference. You know, but I think that if they made it just that's why it looks that much-
35 is a weird.
That's what I'm saying.
45 in essence is like a weird number to have. If I'm being real, like
Yeah, that's true.
we didn't
Might
just
as well do
go
50.
20. We didn't just go 25 to 50 and have like 10s and 5s on the side. What are we doing as a society? Like
Yeah,
is that not weird? That's kind of weird, right? Like now that we take
No,
a
that's
step
what I'm saying.
back and look at that and be like, if you had to organize a bunch of weights,
Why not?
you
Yeah,
would
exactly.
do 10, 5, 2.5, and then you do like 25, 50, and like 100. Like, why would you have anything in between? That's just weird.
That's what I'm saying. We have to look into that.
And
Like,
guys,
why was 35s?
I'm sorry, that's not to be confused with Pizza Mondays, not to be confused with Bagel Tuesdays.
Bagel Tuesdays.
So they try
See,
to
I can
get
get by
you-
like
I don't know.
Bagel Tuesdays. I can get behind that.
Pizza
I'm
Monday.
in.
Bagel Tuesday? Okay, maybe because pizza, you don't want to eat the pizza in the morning, so the people on Tuesday get to have a bagel. They work out in the morning.
See, bagels are underrated though. I do my favorite thing to do with bagels. We used to have a clinic I worked at. We used to do a lot of like in-house employment testing, and so we got a lot of money out of it. So to kind of avoid some of the taxation on it, we'd put it back into it, and we like couldn't spend it enough to keep under. And so they found out just like, no, we'll just buy lunch all the time and have a bunch of leftover like carne asada. Just take that shit home. Like whatever, it's cool.
So you used to do carne asada with your bagel?
Yeah, so we'd make tortas.
Whoa. Oh, that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of like
That
when
makes sense.
McDonald's breakfast used to have the bagel and steak.
Yeah.
Ooh. My sister used to
Yeah.
love that one.
It's
My sister
good.
loved that one.
And so we used to make that was my favorite on Friday mornings. Our boss's kid worked at Nose Bagels, and we'd always get a big ass thing of Nose Bagels. And so on Thursday, anytime we got the lunch, we'd always ask for like tacos on Thursday, so that we could have the leftover meat for tortas on Friday morning.
That's dope.
Yeah, they're so good,
That's
delicious.
interesting. Yeah, I don't think I
Bagels
ever-
are underrated for everything.
You know, this is
Don't tell me there's like
really interesting.
a wash at Wednesday or something.
You know, although
Smoothie Thursday.
Smoothie Thursday?
Pizza Monday only exists because way back in the day, in like the 80s when they first opened,
Okay.
they changed names over time. Their hot water got cut out.
So-
Like the whole gym, so people couldn't take showers. So in order, but people still kept showing up. So as like a thank you to the
People who were
they
there.
like got a pizza or bought a pizza for people to have. Then they brought Bagel Tuesdays over. But I find it interesting that it's very like branded on the website that it's like a judgment-free zone. But then it feels like all of the rules are casting the judgment that
Yeah.
they don't want kind of back to like what people are doing.
We don't judge you, but that shirt's way too tight. Your nipples.
I'm not judging you or anything, but
Nipples cannot be that flamboyant.
you're judging my
Shut
style
down
of
the nips.
workouts off the rip. You told me I can't superset.
We don't judge you, but
We just judge
don't
what you
max
do.
ever.
I guess here, right
Don't-
now, when you're in here,
so
like I
s-
judge you.
God, it's so dumb. Really grinds my gears. Really gets me riled up.
I think ultimately, we kind of find ways to, and it's a fine line, of course, right? We find ways to kind of not accept everything, but find no problem in it. Like we talk about
Yeah.
things like obesity, like we celebrate it when it should be like, how can we work towards, so it causes these kind of gyms to happen where anybody that has
Yeah.
something that could be motivational, that could be, any kind of, well, look, I need to feel okay with coming in here and doing my.
I need to be
pizza.
comfortable in my own skin.
Right, and like maybe that's okay too, and maybe Planet Fitness is just smart enough to take advantage like put it this way: if you're in month 6 of working at Planet Fitness, I think you need to like switch it up. Maybe like
Yeah,
ride your
they're
bikes.
pulling you aside and be like, look, Luke, we're like a stepping stone. Like you've been here too long.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
I need you to upgrade.
You
Like
kind of have to move more.
it's like the 30-year-old.
Wait, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't put 2 plates. I'm sorry. I can't stack them for you.
have to let them,
You made it to 45.
That's like
Time
the
to move
50-year-old
on.
working like children's birthday party. So like, look, Lucille, come on. We know you love kids. It's great. You're one of our best workers. But you really gotta go. You said you've had an interview at the Genius Bar for like 12 weeks now. You gotta go. Like that's what they're gonna be doing if you're at Planet Fitness too long.
That's what I'm saying.
It's unbelievable.
subscription for like 6 months. After
Like, yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Then what are you doing here?
Why are you still here?
Oh, you're still here.
Get out of
I,
here.
I work here. I have a reason to be here. But
Yeah, they
why
pay
are
me to be here. Are you? You're
here?
paying us to be here still. For too long.
You love the bagels, huh?
Look,
love the fucking bagels.
it's Domino's. Go get pizza on Monday. Leave me alone.
We should start.
So Noah's Bagels down the street. It's where we get them.
We should start like an inverse of the gym, to like a
Only judgment.
only shirtless.
Yeah.
Oh, we have the alarm goes off when you PR when you hit that lap.
Yeah.
Yell every time.
If we don't hear you grunt, we'll grunt at you until you grunt.
Ground turkey. By the handful.
Ground turkey Mondays.
You walk-
Ground turkey Mondays.
Take the pre-workout to the fucking.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep going.
Yep,
Snuff
protein-
box snort. That's how we do it.
That's how I do it. You get your snort your pre-workout Saturdays.
See this? See this? This is way grass. They got that Jamba Juice. We have an entire field of it. You just grab a handful and you stuff it down your throat.
It's crazy.
Start
Have you guys
eating.
seen those kids that be like taking I don't know if kids. I mean, I think a lot of people are doing it now, like as a thing. It's like they literally just put all the pre-workout in your mouth and you just drink a little bit of water. Papa
Oh
Chalky.
my God, yeah.
Papa
Pop a
pre-worky.
pre-worky so I can feel again. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a TikTok trend for a little bit, I think.
Yeah, that was nuts. I was
Papa
like,
Chalky milk just 'cause it hurts. I remember that.
it's intense. That's intense. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever taken pre-work. I've had like protein shakes and stuff. Like I've
No,
done that to gain weight and like muscle and stuff, but I don't think I've ever had pre-workout. I don't think I should have pre-workout. It's going to be a bad idea for me.
yeah, actually
Okay.
pretty good.
Like if
Yeah,
you've been able to get this far without it, don't even touch it.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's like if I'm 35 and haven't touched a lick of alcohol or coffee, like no, keep going, dog.
Exactly.
Go. Keep going.
Yeah, for real.
Proud of you. Proud of you. You don't need it. To have that water, you can have that chamomile tea. Like go.
You know, there was this, and this was like a few years ago. The 24-hour fitness by Knob Hill, where it used to be.
Yeah.
They used to have. I wouldn't really see all the 24-hour fitnesses, but in like the fridge where it would have like the pre-workouts and
Yeah.
things like that. They used to always have, and I would get it because I just thought it was like the most interesting thing. They had this like protein drink, and it wasn't
protein
like
drink.
milk-based. It wasn't like
It wasn't like a lactate or something?
Like a water. It was like a thicker water.
Thicker
But
water.
It was just kind of like, because you know the thing is, I'd be lactose intolerant. Like a protein shake.
That makes sense.
We're rolling the dice here.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, like this is it does what I needed to do. as
Yeah,
opposed
you
to
know, it
like,
has to be
but-
made for people who are lactose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like you
makes
can't really
sense.
because
Non-dairy.
non-dairy. So that's interesting. Yeah, and
It was a cool one.
So this is Painter Gain. We're gonna make an maybe not
anti-planet.
Planet Fitness, but a Planet Fitness where we
That's what I'm saying.
judge you but support you for our judgment.
Yeah, exactly. You could superset, get your PRs in.
Yeah, you want a super
I'll
set?
DJ.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, I want to
The judge
DJ and
is
have a
like,
mic and
wait,
be like, "Go, Mike,
5
go!
more pounds on that?
You got
5 more
this!"
pounds. We just have an alarm that says 5 more pounds.
There you go.
5 more pounds. 5 more pounds.
There you go.
Go.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Make
I'm
it
in.
louder because that makes you really. I mean,
Is that nipple showing? Push harder.
that cutoff is too.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be kind of cool because, like, you know, maybe if it was like one of those garage pull-out gyms where there's only a limited amount of people,
Yeah.
so, like everybody can kind of be aware. But it'd be kind of cool, you know, how you like even if you're with somebody and they're like, "Come on, do one more set." Nah, I don't know. well, what if like everybody was like, no,
One more
do
set.
it.
One
Yeah,
more
you'd
set.
have to.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Yeah,
do it or you die
exactly.
trying. Like that's
Yeah.
cool. Like I've decided that this is what I'm gonna do with my day. Like if I was in that
I feel
situation, I'm like,
yeah,
this is the
gyms
right
should
thing to
be
do
more
right now.
supportive like that. For real, like, could you just
Like
imagine?
sit back down. I saw you. You thought about that set. You're gonna do that set. I'm in.
So they're like on to something as far as a communal thing, but it's the opposite
You're too
side
nice.
of
Stop being
like,
so nice. Don't be nice, man. Life's hard, man. Get over it.
Yeah, like you gotta
Life
go out
sucks
there. Like,
sometimes.
so, yeah.
You gotta have the only way we've gotten in
They're
this
really
room.
sugar coated working out.
Every single person in this room. I don't know about producers are. I don't know as much, but for the most part, at least everyone on this side has had people tell you life sucks and you're not as important as you think you are.
Yeah.
And that has gotten us over like, damn, we really aren't. Like, we
You're
got to
right.
go do some things.
I better go
But
hit that set.
I
in a
better hit that. I
supportive
better hit
way.
that.
Like, you ain't important. Like, let's go be important. Like,
Yeah.
go be supportive. That's don't
They
surround
sugarcoated
yourself.
it. They
Don't surround yourself
sugarcoated
with
working
people.
out.
Don't surround yourself with people, number one, who claim to want to see you succeed but don't help you get there. So
You as a segment, you guys should go and both of you guys get like a
3-day pass.
just start yelling at people. So Planet Fitness, how many times can we get that?
To get kicked out. We'll be on opposite sides. We could be like, what is that show? Impractical Jokers. All right, grunt this time. Great grunt.
And we each get like a one set. We each get one set at a time to try to set the alarm off.
Exactly.
Whoever gets the
Exactly.
most alarms before they
You get kicked out.
Bonus points for getting visited.
Yeah.
He came up with his
So how do you get that?
I can't do that.
What do you mean?
This isn't a
Excuse
Chiro.
me, like,
You want to see a
no, you gotta
Chiro?
see-
You want to see a Chiro?
One more.
We gotta do all the stuff that you're not supposed to do and see how long they deal with your shit
Oh
for
my
sure.
gosh.
Like I'm gonna superset and they're gonna be like, "Sir, you can't do that."
Because you know, like when they
This is a mega set. You
know
shut up.
It's not a superset; it's a mega.
It's a mega set.
they've had to like walk you guys through it, maybe give you guys some.
I wonder-
rules, but,
yeah.
like, you guys have to immediately like, more weight.
Or just even as they're bringing us around on the tour, just like start whispering like, "Oh
Just
yeah,
start
I could
grunting.
slam the hell out of that whip."
Oh yeah, is that your
Hell
guys'
yeah,
Smith
slam the
machine?
hell out of that.
Just start,
Just start grunting. Practice grunting.
Oh.
No, I could see myself, and just and just start like
I want
barking
to.
at it
Yeah,
or
I
something.
can't wait to grunt on that one.
Before your first thing, because they didn't say, but you know, this is.
Could we
Your
test?
first
off your
thing,
shirt.
Some cough, or some chalk.
Pull it out of your pocket.
Just have a big like.
I always
like a
test these
tall
out
tee.
before I go.
Have a tall tee as we're going through, and they let us go, and just like take off. No shit, fucking tin strap. shirt.
But it's a thin strap that comes all the way down, like
Oh.
just above your belly button. You're like, what? It's covering.
Yeah, your set is
You
good.
guys gotta, like,
We have to do it to where it covers your nipples and then come back down. Do it to it's like wait, but
We
it's
have
not
like
too
the
revealing.
body tape just holding it down. So even when you bend over, it still
That's
just
so
has
good,
like
dude.
strings looping.
you guys,
I wanna
like,
see
one
how-
of you has
exactly.
To like practice and learn how to do like a walking handstand.
Oh.
Like, as soon as they walk away, somebody's like, oh, this is the warm up. Let's go. Let's go.
Bro, that would be the funniest shit. Yeah.
I bet
I'm
you think what
super
I'm
down.
thinking and just start like handstand walking everywhere around the gym. Being
But
I
only
have
be,
to-
like super supportive to everybody that's there. Like try to.
you guys want to do this?
Yeah.
Let's get this.
Come on, I see you pushing that weight. Good shit.
5 more. Stack that. We're not allowed to stack. Fuck that.
Stack that weight. Stack that weight.
Why can't I stack?
Started. Hey,
They don't have a
aren't
20
you
pound. I
pissed
need
that you've been doing
210s.
45s for fucking 8 months now. Stack that weight. Stack that weight.
And that, my friends, is how you get kicked out of Planet Fitness.
That's a good. We have to have like an over under during like the
time,
chips.
just
No
sh-
chips during
oh,
chips. So we
that'll
can
be
put
the
some
bet.
BSBs down when the chips are in. The over how long does it take? Or who's gonna last longer? So you can put your BSBs.
It's the bet of the week.
Yeah, the bet of the week for sure. Marquee matchup. Dr. T.
It's gonna be over
versus-
under time, and then like side bet is who gets it called on him because we're like working together, and then who gets it called on. Over under how many people come talk to us separately.
I could just see that. It's so funny, man. Over under dirty look. Yep.
phone.
Maybe you guys can start like the revolution, where somebody who has been there for like 6 months.
I've been waiting all day for this.
Bullshit.
Let us stack the white.
I've been here for 7 months. I still can't lift more than 10 pounds. Man.
Or we have to get like.
That's like they call it. They should call it plateau fitness because you're stuck.
Man.
You're just stuck. But you come back every first Monday.
Slamming pizza.
Slamming
yeah.
pizza and bagels.
I go there for the pizza and baggies and leave.
You have to go to Monday.
I had to go on a Monday. What is
your way
this?
out,
What? Yeah,
as-
just
as they're kicking you
is
out,
that
it's
cool?
like, wait, you guys got the pizza though? As they walk
I was told there would be pizza.
is this not the first month?
We gotta get inside, or we have to like find like
Have a GoPro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, or something
The
like.
GoPro the
I
whole
was
time.
thinking that, yeah, exactly. Like real hidden camera style. We have to also find like an ex-employee to get interviewed on the show.
I want to wear really dark pit vipers, and then have the camera on the pit vipers, so I can come in and just wear obnoxiously dark shades everywhere.
What I would want to
Yeah.
do too, I was get one of those face coverings that who was wearing that for a while when they broke their nose or got hit. I think James Harden.
Oh yeah, the face.
The face. Just-
I go
Just
too
you
hard.
right there.
Last time I benched, this happened.
Like,
I wasn't using a Smith
I want to
machine
go in
to
there.
bench.
I want to go over there, eye black, eye black, in the face guard, and be like, "I'm ready."
He's gonna go in and just crack smelling salts, and then just throw them. But after every lift, he's
Fucking
gonna
hella
crack
chalk.
it, smell it, send
Abundance
it,
of chalk, just
up,
all up.
like a batter that takes too long to get in and out of the batter's box.
Yeah.
Every time he has to, after every pitch he stops, he.
And they'd be like, "Who is this guy?"
He said Planet Fitness is the best price.
Dude, shut up, Plant. Shut up,
What?
50. I don't
50?
care.
What
Best price 'cause they're-
yeah, because look what they're doing.
Yeah, giving out pizza and bagels.
Plateau Fitness. Nah, man.
Man.
Best price. Go to Fitness for 19. At least you could grunt there and superstat and stack up.
Yeah, I don't grunt, but I
Wait,
want
wait,
to
do you
advocate for
wait.
people who grunt.
50. How much is your monthly plan at Planet Fitness? Because obviously you must be going there. Let us know in the chat. But if they're the best price, what's beating $19? I mean, at 15, are they really to be like, "Hey, come through"?
I know finish for 10 was dope.
Maybe
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe it's 10.
But
Look
but
it up.
It's gotta be. Is it 19?
19. Fitness 19 now. So Fitness 19 is $19. You get. I mean, you're in there. Judgment free zone.
Shut up, 50.
Fucking
You idiot.
God damn it. Only of course 50 would go there though. Judgment free zone.
No one's called me 50 the entire time.
They
I'm
actually
just a
call me by
fawn.
my name over there. That's because he doesn't see
No one
nobody in
knows who
that damn
50
place.
Cent is over there.
Nobody knows who 50 Cent is. Hey.
All right, so the
Yeah, what's the
So if you have the black card,
So black card,
Ooh, get the black card. You get two pizzas.
$24.99.
you get
How much?
perks,
12?
$24.99
24?
if you get the black one. Now you do get what's it called?
24.
Or like when you get like those little.
Sun
Sauna?
visors?
Oh,
Oh,
they have
tanning.
a tanning?
Oh, they have a tanning booth?
Tan salon booth.
Oof.
They have some of those.
Nah.
And then I think that's what. Okay, so you could bring a guest at any time.
I see that.
Anytime
Okay,
gue-
a little
anytime
perks, yeah,
guest is
little
kind of
perks.
fly.
I'll give you that.
Any Planet Fitness worldwide.
Yeah, same, same.
Tanning, massage chairs.
Massage chairs.
No.
See,
just
you're
the
you're
chairs.
definitely getting the older crowd.
Yeah.
You're definitely getting the older crowd.
Those
It's like-
dudes go in for 20 minutes, bang out a workout, and go and take a nap in the massage chair for like an hour. That's what they do. You're never going to be in the massage chair because you're going to have a bunch of old dudes taking naps in
50's definitely in there. He's probably taking a nap. He's getting 10. No wonder he looks so good. He's getting 10 in there. And he's nice and
there.
relaxed.
50's getting a tan.
They got hydro
50, don't you talk to us about the tanning booth. My God.
They got hydro massages. I don't know. If
Hydro.
That's
those
just
are cool.
that's just a
Those
spa.
are cool.
That's
Those are
just
cool.
that's like a
It's like another
jacuzzi.
They have use of total body enhancement. I don't know what that is.
The fuck does
Total
that
bo-
mean?
Yeah, what's your total
And then
body
you get
enhancement?
50% off select drinks and 20% off Reebok.com. That's the
Reebok?
black card.
Oh, that's the black
Reebok?
card.
Now,
Got it.
Reebok's alive still?
Reebok?
hey, for
Yeah.
Planet Fitness official.
Planet Fitness official sponsor, bro. They're the new. What is that?
They're still selling the Allen Iversons.
What
The
was
answers.
those shoes? Romo was wearing. They're supporting them. It was the S.
Skechers.
No, another one. Super trash. Same thing. It's the new one though now. Reebok's taking that place.
The
Superstar-
star. Yeah,
Stars
it's
or-
the star.
Saucony?
No. It's
Oh man.
it's like an S, but it has like
Just start on it.
the star coming out of it
logo.
on the other side.
Just look up Romo cleats. It's S star. It's fun.
Crap.
Now, the thing
I know the logo.
is for like the regular one though, it's $10 though. So it is cheap. If you know that's all the black card, but you
$10. $10 for the platinum finish. Is that what you said for the regular?
$10 in my.
But just for $15 more, you could use 10. This, that.
And like it depends on like if like the tanning boots are like.
No enrollment fee. That's what he's saying.
Alright.
It's just like getting in the. It is Skechers, by the way.
It is Skechers.
How
Maybe
did,
that is
wait,
the
what did
Skechers
50?
logo.
Please elaborate a little bit more on how they did Boosie. Like what happened to Bootsy or Boosie?
Did they give him too much of a tan
Did
50?
he?
Because
Did he
you
go-
shouldn't be going in there,
did
man.
he? Did he grunt and they kicked his ass out? I wonder.
Did
if
they
that was
hit
like-
the? Did they
Hey,
hit the lunk alarm
50,
on him?
we don't
Dog, if
know-
they hit a lunk alarm on Boosie, I'm a Boosie stan now.
Yeah.
I would. If
Ha-
Boosie got
50,
hit
have
with
you
a lunk
been there?
alarm.
Have you been there when it's actually gone off, the lunk alarm? Or every old man in there ain't
So
lifting like that
stupid.
because everybody's like sleeping on the damn massage chairs. That's what's happening.
Massage.
Massage
Man.
chairs.
They
and the
had
little
they
hydro
put those
thing.
in at Fitness 19 before like they went out of business. The one in Milpitas. They started putting those in.
Bootsy.
Oh, you got it.
Bootsy
Couldn't go in.
because of comments he said about Dwayne Wade's.
Oh, so he can't go there. He doesn't associate. They don't
Oh.
associate.
Because it's judgment-free zone. So
Oh man,
Oofta. I mean,
I
That
want to
was
go to
kinda-
the gym with
it's a-
50.
it's a-
50, you could
it's a
take me.
weird precedent.
50, you could take me because
It's
obviously you get
it's like,
free.
what does that have to do with you? Like, I'm not saying I agree with his, but I'm saying if there's something I
Right.
say that you don't like,
Right.
like, even like what we're saying right now about Planet Fitness. Like, if y'all don't like that I was talking shit and I want to come in, like, what's
That-
that have to
you're
do with
judging
it?
me. Get
You're
out of
judging
here.
me?
Don't judge
Plastic
me.
weights. That's what
Yeah.
I'm here for.
Oh, he has been there when the lunk alarm went, and he thought it was for him. Full just grunting. He's like, wow. 50, you gotta take me
Man.
so I could just be in there and trolling the whole time. I'm gonna just be up in there super setting. I'm gonna be in there just.
They're gonna kick him out, and then I'm gonna come in. You're gonna walk out. Come get
Come
me.
back.
I'm gonna come right in and do the same thing that got him kicked out.
time out. We should do that one time. I want to see how many warnings they give you. Like,
Or
hey,
me
man,
versus you.
that's
Then we could have a case against him for discrimination.
Ooh,
We're in.
We're in.
Lunk alarm that.
Lunk alarm that. Ooh. Yeah, for sure.
Dayline.
Yeah, we'll see who's really.
Timo
judgmental.
booted 40 seconds. Dr. T, 40 minutes? Question mark?
Yeah, we'll definitely take it him.
He got the upgrade.
Of course he did.
It's just funny to think that 50 probably got it for 10 and was like, you know what? I'm gonna
For
get a massage
$15,
chair.
yeah. He said his back hurts. Man, he was acting
I
Dr.
want
T
some
like for-
hydrotherapy.
Yeah.
Man, I want to sit in that jacuzzi.
Yeah, see,
Hope they got a
that
sauna
makes
or
sense.
something.
No, do they have a sauna? No, they have the tanning salon, so they have to have a sauna too. They have
Yeah, I
to.
think they have like the whole mix.
I need 50. Have you been in the tanning salon?
Of course, yes.
Hey, you gotta use all of your they copyrighted judgment-free zone, by the way.
Exactly. Yeah, it's definitely a starting point. That's what we're saying. It's plateau fitness. We're
Yeah,
saying that
it's
you could
50.
only go there to start, and then you move on to a better club.
So
because you're
50
like,
saying
"Nah,
it's
I got
it's
it."
where the Husky Bruskies go to get in shape enough to go to 24.
Exactly.
And that's what we've
Yeah,
been
that
talking
makes
about. Like
sense.
it's
Yeah.
plateau fit. Like,
You have
look, man,
to-
if you're here for 6-7 months, you're doing something wrong. Like you gotta get past. I hope that's not a year-long contract.
So what's
Don't
the,
sign me into that.
What's the final boss? So like you work up and you grind through Planet Fitness.
Oh, Hollywood, isn't it Hollywood?
No, you're talking about Venice Beach. That's like back in the day, though.
Venice Beach. Well, what's the? Maybe I am thinking
So I
of
think they
Planet
closed down
Fitness.
Gold's Gym. That used to be
Gold's Gym. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Gold Gym.
Now is that there's one in San Jose. I think it's called American Barbell or
American
something.
Barbell, that's the one.
That's the one where now it's like the
next
power lifters.
The
go there.
new one that the young people are going to. God, I sound like I'm old. But like
Uh-huh.
they're going to F45. F45 is a big one now. So it's like more like a. I don't think it's CrossFit. So don't quote me on it. But I think it's I'm not important. No one's quoting me on shit. But I think it's like a CrossFit type gym, but it's usually in smaller areas and it's usually not just like straight out. It's more like an Orange Theory, but for like a pumped up Orange Theory.
Yeah.
So they like got like use a lot of kettlebells and stuff. Orange
a
Theory is
gym.
a gym and it's like a gym and fitness center. So it has like things like that, but it's I'm pretty sure F45 is pretty like up there, I think. Like we had a girl who was in she was in my PT class, and she was banging. She's one of the most attractive females that we have, and she ended up going to be like a personal trainer for him while she was like getting her doctorate. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go be a personal trainer and like a doctor on my spare time." And I was like, "You should have that switch, but whatever, you know,
Whatever works for
you gotta do
you.
what you gotta do."
Yeah, no, they have really cool circuit training that they do. That's pretty their kind of thing.
You can't do
Orange
that
Theory,
shit.
and they
in
have like a whole
Planet
bunch of row
Hollywood.
machines, so there is a lot of
Planet Fitness.
circuits and just rowing time. And you're just doing a whole bunch of stuff for.
All the Planet Fitness people won't know what that is though, because you can't superset.
See, I think I always
That
feel
sucks.
Like the final boss, like the top of the fucking. You start at Planet Fitness and you get through all these levels, right? And it's the shit that like even I'll feel like kind of intimidated. There's like those like warehouse gyms where they just like
It's like
roll
yeah.
up the things and it's outside. There's actually one down the street, like down like.
Is that not all just CrossFit stuff?
Usually.
This is one where it's like they got the fucking help yourself chalk.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, those are like the power lifters, like
Ooh.
true
So
powerlifting.
Like I was like jogging by one time, and I was like, oh, like this would be a cool gym. Like I hadn't seen the inside yet, right? I just seen like his like gym. As I started going,
Right.
I was like, I felt like I started walking. I felt like shit.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm not gonna, like, I'm
I ain't
not
in
gonna
there.
ask if he's done with his set. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that. But like, that's like the final boss is like, it has no. This is called gym. You get recommended by somebody else. That
Yeah, one of those is weird. There used to be a dating app where you had to get recommended by someone else to join.
What?
Oh, I can't. You remember what I'm talking about? What is
Mm-mm.
that? Was a weird thing. I don't remember what it was called, but it was something like a bunch of my classmates had it in grad school, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is only for upper echelon people." And I was like, "I don't think I would like anybody on this. All of you people sound terrible.
Yeah.
That sucks." But it was like right before Hinge got big, and it's I think what Hinge is based off of, like their style. Yeah, so it was the like. So Hinge has the whole profiles where you go down and you find the things that you like and be like, oh, this was a quirky response, or I like this response. Like that's what I'm gonna select and respond to, or you have the voice things. But I think this was like that where you had like a whole profile. Because I think their thing was like, how can you like you're too complex to be known from a few pictures and a few lines. Like you need a whole profile. Like a big
Yeah,
one, but
really
it's for
down.
people on the go type of thing.
Remember, that's like
You know what I'm talking
that's
about,
like
Sarah?
Match.com type shit. Like the old school, like before
But it was quicker because it was on your phone, and Match.com was a little too old to be on your phone, and it was Inner Circle sounds right, and that sounds like a douchey name. Like I don't want to be on that.
Yeah.
Inner Circle, get out of
What do
here.
you guys think of profiles on dating apps that are like working out in fitness is my personality trait?
Oh, that's dumb. Don't do
Like
that.
5 pictures.
You should have other personality things. Because I get like fitness is great.
Well, I
like
guess I gotta
fitness
change my dating app.
for our
No, just
thing.
kidding. Just kidding, just kidding.
I mean, I'm not dating you. But like for me it's
All I
like
do is
you know
lift.
my life is like human bodies. Like that's my life is human bodies, but like have a life.
Yeah, nah. For
But
sure.
I'm also not one that spends a lot of his time in the gym anyway. So maybe someone who also spent time in the gym, like, oh, we can go to that together. But in my mind, like, you already do that. I guess having a buddy is fine. But if you're going to the gym enough to where it's your personality, I don't think you need a buddy.
No, yeah.
Is
yeah.
that weird?
Well, no, I mean, yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying.
Right, but you
I'm on the outside looking in. So like, correct me or be like, well, like this, like to me, that would be like, I don't know, like you should have something else to do. We got to eat, we got to sleep, and I got to like, I want to go on vacations or I want to like do things around the house or like, what do you like to do?
I would consider because that's not necessarily me, my personality either. But like somebody who like regular people who like I go to the gym in the morning before work and after work I go to the gym like 2 times. Like I throughout the week I go hard. I can see how finding somebody that like also goes
Enjoys to do
often,
that. All
because
right.
it's like a built-in accountability. Like, damn, you're not gonna go to the gym this week. You know, like, that
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
true.
thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's for
what?
sure.
But
yeah.
like, but to that aspect, people were like before and after the work, like you still got work, you still got to go home. You got stuff to do on the weekends. Like, I feel like you can add that and be like, hey, it's a big part of my life, but I better not see every single one of your pictures being you at the gym because that's 10%, maybe not 10% of your day. That's exaggerating, but like that might be 20% of your day, 20% of your week. Essentially, like what are you doing the other 80%? You know, like,
Yeah.
something. Maybe 10% isn't exaggerating. Like 10% of your week. That's what 24 hours times 7, 7, 1, 4, 160. Was that 168 hours in a week?
I'm sorry, guys. Breaking news. 50 said in a game of one-on-one gym basketball, you would get the smoke. Anything about that? Anything for that, T1?
Shut your plateau fitness ass up and go hit the damn massage chair for your old ass back. Cause I actually play full court basketball. Okay, so sit down.
I'll bring my own hunk alarm or lunk alarm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know what I would just do? Yeah.
You can't like, yeah. Gotta like, wait, no.
Free
You
throw.
get free throw. Yeah, you get a free throw. You get a-
Technical.
Yeah, right. Oh, hunk alarm? Oh, that was link alarm. But anyways, yeah, no. You know what I would just do? I'll just make him run in circles like the whole time for 50. Because he's not working out at Planet Fitness. I gotta help my dude here.
But like hold on, back to the back to like dating like you're, I don't know, you're a lot more of a gym than I am, but like is that like a turn on, a turn off for you?
Or
Like
for
what is that like if having the, you know, dating profile being like mainly it's like basically a bunch of pictures you working out, maybe you're rock climbing, like we'll spread it out, but you're doing gym things for every single one of your pictures, and then it's just like gym life or like whatever hashtags that those are, like
for me,
whatever that is, and that's it. But like that's what you get, like hashtag gym life, hashtag like dog bomb or whatever it is, like something like that. I could see that being like a very common, I don't know if common is the right thing, but I can see that being a very feasible, and that's definitely something that I've seen before, and I'd definitely be like, yeah, no, you're not gonna like me.
Yeah, no,
That's fine. But like, is that like a good or bad thing for you? Like what?
For me, I actually need somebody who's active. I wouldn't be able to date somebody who's not pretty active.
So you're seeing that person, you're like, well, I'm at least gonna find out. And what if they're like, no, like gym?
No
That's
gym?
that's what I do is just gym.
Just gym?
Like they don't. I think that's
I
what
don't
we're
know,
getting
that's
at. Like that's your
maybe-
personality. You go to the gym, you go do rock climbing events, you go do gym events or whatever, but you don't
Just super
travel. You
like-
don't like your music taste is like, I don't know, whatever I listen to at the gym.
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Maybe I'm like
That's
putting.
kinda like a
Maybe
red
I'm really
flag.
keyholing this to purposely make you dislike them, but I don't know. I feel like that's what a lot of the gym thing is like.
And there are profiles. Like,
Yeah.
like people like
And I've never like had
Sheesh.
in-depth conversations with those like profiles, obviously. So I don't know what that's like. Maybe they are kind of just like, no, this is just what I really like to do.
We're not seeing those. There's probably a lot of guy profiles like that.
Oh, I guarantee.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
you're
The
just
amount-
hoping that you find that match.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, you like going all the time, and
You have pictures of sports bra? I have a picture of a shirt. We should go take pictures together. Like, is that
should be in somebody's profile that just says like, won't date you unless you can.
must
make
meet?
the dunk alarm go off.
Yeah. If you never made the lunk alarm go off, then not for
Must
me.
work out 20+ hours weekly, or whatever.
Yep. Oh yeah, 50. Come to 24-hour fitness, my dude. I'll show you the real life. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Can you even make a full game of full court basketball anymore? 50. I just want to know, just for personal reasons. But yeah, you can get the smoke, but you have to come to my gym because we can't go to your gym for damn show. Hey, what are we gonna do there? Hey man, you want to sit down with me at the massage chair, my dude? You wanna?
Got like what's that game called?
Oh yeah, foosball.
Foosball.
Hey bro, I really want to get a good workout.
No
You
spinnies.
tryna-
No spinnies.
You
no
trying to really?
spinnies.
You trying to work out your snuff? What is it?
Your snuff box.
You trying to work out your snuff box? But Dr. T said we should really work that out. Yeah, that's for sure. 50 said I could go up down 3 times. Yeah, see that massage chair making you weak, man.
We need the 50 tanning timeline.
Actually, yeah. I want 50. You have to take me to Planet Fitness, so I could like set that alarm off. Yeah, I gotta go for sure.
You have to set the alarm off.
All right,
It's the only
new
way.
goal.
That would be and like that clip has to. I don't know how we're gonna get it. That clip has to.
That would be true though, 50. You're retired. Your jersey's up in the Raptors of street ball and basketball court legend. Just not no more. It's over. Strapped up at a young age.
That's
he
it.
said, I'm gonna walk into bro call and they're gonna know me before Timo. Wow, he said his name ring bells in
Yep.
bro call.
Yeah, for sure. That was a long time ago. Long time ago.
We have to set some odds up for.
I mean,
that
that's the
match.
next chips. Yeah.
Some-
I just love that I have to play people that like are actually good at like basketball.
I
Like
would
they
say-
always like because I always play. Shout out to Bev. I played Bev. And
Bev would drop the hammer on some dudes.
Bev's hella good.
I remember. I know. I watched play basketball once.
No, he's hella good. So
I've
that's what I'm saying. I
never-
used to go play with him a lot, and then yeah, we had the one we played for a Pazuki, and I just needed to score one basket, but he started off with the ball, so I just had to make one defensive stop and one shot, and I missed the shot. And after that, because I picked the ball, cleared it, and I just took my shot, and it hit back rim. And then
Yeah.
after that, he was like, "All right, I'm just gonna drive to the rack."
He has to be the best.
And
He
so
has
that
to
was
be
it.
the
He was
best
like,
basketball
that was
player
too
I've ever
close. He was
seen.
like, that was too close for comfort. I'm never ever.
He's by
ever-
far the best best basketball player I've ever seen.
No,
in
he's a
person.
really good shooter.
For sure.
In
Yeah,
person,
absolutely.
he's a really good shooter. For his size, he's super athletic. Super athletic.
Way, yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
he's like
he's a-
so strong.
He's a D1 athlete.
He's so strong. That's what I'm saying. Like,
is.
yeah, you can't like.
Oh my god,
it's funny because
unbelievable.
he makes like other people in the gym look small. So like other guys, I think they're like hella big, and then Brian just comes in like, get out my way. I remember he pushed. It was Zach one time. Zach tried to go up for a block one time. He just like nudged Zach, and Zach
Flew.
flew. And Zach, you know, he's 6'2". He could get up there, but he's like 160 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think
yeah.
his game too is like pretty graceful. Like the times I've seen him play like 4
He,
5
oh man, when we used to play, yeah, we played for a cool minute, yeah. No, we played for sure for a cool minute, yeah. Yeah, I would say him and 50 are probably the best basketball players I play against, for sure.
So I see.
I mean, I don't not anymore.
I would
50's
give-
retired. That was like 50 when he was like 19. Like that was the
Yeah.
best I've ever seen him. He's like retired, like at 23, but
I would have odds at you and 50 as like even, but because he's at going to Planet Fitness, it's 50 plus 1.5.
50 plus 1.5. 50 plus 1.5.
He's at Planet Fitness.
Cool. But see, I could see 50 being like that old man shooter in the corner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not gonna drive it no more. You know what he's saying? But he's gonna be like splash.
Right. Like the shot
Splash.
never
Yeah, exactly. The
left.
shot never. Yeah, for sure. For shooters, yeah, the shot doesn't leave for sure. But like, yeah, but if we play like a full court game, like he had a,
50 said Bev took out 3 centers in one basketball practice.
I believe it. Yeah.
I bet.
What?
You could
I
tell
bet.
old wives' tales of Bev, and I'd be like, yeah, sounds about right.
No, for sure. I mean, he's good. Definitely good. Yeah.
And he's just like smart too. I'll never forget the first time I was brought into you guys' group text with my brother,
Mhm.
and I remember I said something knocking Steve Nash, and Tyler texted me on the side. He was like, "Hey man, be careful." He's a
And
Suns fan. And he knows his shit, and I was like, "Oh no." And Bev,
Just tore you pieces.
yeah, into shreds, and like that was like my first week being in your guys' group chat too, and I was like, "Oh no."
50
What have I
said
done?
He's currently the James Harden of the Sixers kind of drop off. Okay, that makes sense.
That's what
That's
happened.
all right. Well, stop going to fucking Plateau Fitness and get your chips up. Come over to 24-hour Fitness,
All right.
and
I
then
should give 50 the Painter Game Fitness plan and see if you can get him to graduate.
to graduate to
We have
get
that.
the full- Nah, he likes. I know for sure. 50 just loves the massage chairs too much. He ain't leaving.
1 and 2 and
He ain't
3.
leaving. Yeah,
You know,
he ain't
if you-
going.
now that you think about it, it's like $10, right? It's like it's cheap. Now that you think about it, it's like
For 50?
you know, I'm just gonna like get a little workout in, and I can
Get a nice little
See,
high.
but I don't want to sit. I don't want. That's just a jacuzzi. That's what a hydro massage is, though. But like, you gotta. So you gotta now. So think about it. You just worked out. You gotta change. You want to get back into there. Now you got to bring 3 pairs of clothes to go there. Do you want to sit in that massage chair all sweaty?
Well, I'll go take a shower for it. This is nice amenities. It's like a spa. And
That's fair.
You have to consider, I probably, even just right now going there tomorrow, probably have the best physique. any of us walk in, and it's like, I'm going to feel good about myself. It's
Like this is my chair.
Okay, get out this chair.
I'm like a month away from being out of here.
They're going to start seeing like the old like people that are in the jacuzzi when I walk in. It's like, man, we gotta get
Oh,
out.
man.
Hulk is here. you know that this is the 1% physique of like.
I just know when I'm done with I want to go home. Like I'm done. I'm done with my workouts. I don't know if I'd want to sit there and have all the time to sit there and do the.
See, that's what
All
I'm
the
saying.
other
But it
stuff.
is made for the people who are like, I'm gonna go to the gym.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'll be
go
back
and
in
enjoy
4
my day.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going there and I'm gonna tell
I'll
everyone I spent 4 hours
stretch.
at the gym.
Might go hit some bicep.
Those are the
curls.
people that come in and be like, "Yeah, I spent like 4 hours at the gym."
Yeah,
I was
exactly,
Like, you look
yeah.
like you spent 4 hours the last 2 years at the gym.
Yeah. How long have you been a member here? Oh
I
yeah,
think
3
it's
years.
a conscious effort. It's a conspiracy that, I mean, think of the gyms that we know right here, right?
Mhm.
So the Milpitas 24, right? Chick-fil-A right outside. C-Sport right here, In-N-Out right outside. Like anywhere you go, there's like cheap, easy, fast food right next to it. You think that's a conscious decision by the food franchise?
Yeah, has to
Why
be.
not?
Has to,
Right.
Has to be.
Come on.
I'm leaving the gym. I earned this. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how they keep you there. They're working together. They're like you're never gonna be fit enough because In-N-Out's right there and it smells good. But
yeah, nah.
Chick-fil-A's right there, it smells good. You're
Yeah,
never
the
gonna
City
be fit
Sport
enough.
in Fremont, Chick-fil-A
I'm trying
across
to
the
think.
street. Applebee's right there.
You know, it probably works for the trainers because they'll never outgrow.
Yeah,
the
I actually will
trainers.
always have a job for sure.
Always
Always be
be locked in.
set.
Thanks, guys.
I should just tell my people to stay fat actually, so they never leave. I was
Just
kidding.
give them, like, incorrect workout
Just
plans
like-
or diet plans.
yeah,
Like,
you really want to be fit? Go to Planet.
carb load.
Planet.
Start using phrases. Just put a little more carbs.
Yeah, have you ever tried the all carb diet?
Hey, he said, 50 Cent, let them know that price again. He's not folding on his gym. Look, the hydro massage must be hit.
Hey, man, stand by it. That's fine. But, like, you go to a place where they have a lunk alarm, dog. Like, that's it. I don't
The
need to
50's
be convinced
officially
of
washed.
anything else.
Like that's an officially washed thing. Like you're officially washed 50. Damn.
So then I think 50 might be able to beat you because he'll have that washed game. And, like, the washed game be
He hits the
winning 50
Tim.
works.
He's gonna be hit the Timmy Duncan backboards, baby.
I have to play a game to where he has to run around because that would change the whole game. They change the whole dynamic. He won't even he won't chase. I got to hit every shot if that was it. But no.
All right,
Probably some
well,
hard fouls.
we got to wrap this up. I got to go to work eventually, but the
Oh, yeah.
the 50 and 50 Timo game is gonna be
50 Timo game, and then we're
you guys
gonna
are ready to
do
go.
how long me and you could last
yeah,
inside.
trying to get the lunk alarm
Trying
to
to
go
get the
off.
long alarm.
I'm in. All right. For
All right,
us,
for sure.
I'm Dr. T.
Timo,
This has been Painter Gain. Catch you next week.
later 50.
Peace. We still love you, Slick Fargo. I don't know where you're at. It's true.
Some kids are starting my